Today, we're going to be doing a retrospective on the normal type and every single normal type Pokemon. What does the normal type even represent? Is it the animal type, the sound type? Does it represent the lack of a Pokemon type? Is it typeless or colorless like in the TCG? And like always, there are a bunch of Pokemon on this list that do not deserve to have the normal type. We're going to be breaking all of this down. As always, this is just the start of the conversation. We'd love to hear your theories down in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new, and let's get right into it. Welcome back to Hidden Power. This is a Pokemon podcast. My name is Dusty Go-Goat, and today I'm joined by Hoops and Hip Hop.
Hello.
And Soul Silver Art.
What's up?
Guys, today we're talking about the normal type. And I think this actually, strangely, the normal type actually has maybe some of the widest diversity in terms of what this type represents. So let's start, before we get into the tier list and actually break down each and every single one of these Pokemon, I would love to maybe have a discussion about what the normal type means to you, maybe what you identify it as, and then also, I think it means many different things depending on where it's being applied. Whoever wants to jump in first, go ahead, please.
So the normal type is basically, just as like I feel like a basic understanding for that everyone kind of understands it to be. The normal type is basically just like a plain type, a vanilla type. Mm-hmm. Like it's like just like when something isn't like super fantastical in any way. It's not a fire type. It's not a water type. It's not like a great big dragon. It's just kind of like this plain vanilla creature. Like that's kind of what the normal type is. But it's also not what the normal type is, because as we're going to talk about, there's like way more to the normal type than just that makes it more like nuanced.
Right.
Yeah. Like a lot of those types that you mentioned are like elemental. So the normal type would be the opposite of that. Right. Mm-hmm. It's almost like the lack. Honestly, it is typeless in some way. I think in the TCG, the normal type is represented as typeless.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's colorless. So
colorless.
Yes,
colorless.
That would be right. Yeah.
Yes. No, colorless. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that actually does. No, that's super relevant. You're right. It's called colorless in the TCG, but in the video games, we do see, and under certain circumstances, Pokemon can actually have a lack of a type. They can be truly typeless. So that wouldn't be the normal type. So that is something to note, that the normal type is, I guess it is a type. It is elemental. It's a type.
Yeah. I feel like
that's what's weird about it.
Yeah, I feel like going in, like in Gen 1, like going into this whole Pokemon thing, that was kind of supposed to be what it was just this basic like vanilla type, again, to just use that term. But as Pokemon has gone on, I feel like they've just kind of added little things have become a little more complex and nuanced, and they've added more facets to the types themselves. Yeah. And so normal has gotten a little bit like less normal in the process, I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like they just throw everything at it nowadays, though. It feels like, you know what? If we don't have something that covers that specific feature, it's just the normal type. Let's just make it.
It's like the miscellaneous type. Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah, that's true.
It kind of is, because there's some Pokemon, and we're gonna get into it, that like I despise them as normal types, because it's like you're the definition of not normal, and somehow you're a normal type.
Yeah.
When everyone's super, no one will be.
Exactly.
That's kind of what's happening here.
That's yeah.
Originally, though, I definitely just think, like, when I think of normal type, I just think of like they're the closer to just animals type. They're just like they should just be something that you normally find in regular life
in the
somewhere.
wild.
Yeah, exactly. But that's not really what some of them are, at least. And I feel like we didn't talk about this in prep for this, but I feel like we should know what the Japanese like word of it is, because I wonder what it is in Japanese, to be honest. I'm about to look it up. Hold on.
Yeah.
You guys yap about something, but I'm curious.
I got it right here. I mean, this could translate differently, but off of Bulbapedia, it does say that in Japanese normal. it just means normal type. But I
Okay.
do know what you're saying, because some of the types have different translations and can mean different things depending on the language.
Mhm. I wonder
But
what
yeah,
a
just
Japanese person
normal.
like sees the normal type as. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when I like think of the word normal, and that's basically what I think the type should be.
Yeah.
That I guess it's on the
Yeah.
translators on that one.
Normal is
Okay.
it's just baseline. Like
Yeah.
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 So something that is kind of interesting that I think about is like, so normal only interacts, or I guess, so the normal type interacts with, I guess, 4 different types. When normal is offensive, when a Pokemon is using a normal type move, rock and steel type resist it. So,
Random.
and that makes sense, right? If you're trying to, if I think of it like, it's kind of funny because I'm like, I almost think about the fighting type as as like a physical type as well. It's, I almost think about like human beings. I'm like, what type would a human be? Like
Normal
in the
fighting.
Pokemon world, right? Because if like the elements of a Pokemon is, if it is like science, right, in the world, like part of like the laws of physics in the Pokemon world, then humans would have a type. And I'm like, would it be the normal type? Would it be typeless? But basically, okay, I'm gonna circle back to that. But the normal type is resisted by rock and steel, and then the normal type does no damage against ghosts, that makes sense, because you can't interact with something that's not really there in the same plane of existence. But normal is also defensively only weak to the fighting type, and also ghost types can like not attack normal type Pokemon, which is kind of interesting. Like they literally, normal type is the opposite of the ghost type. But what's kind of interesting is I look at the normal type as almost a lesser version, a less developed version of the fighting type. Like if normal type is an animal, if the normal type is a human or, kicking or something, right? Fighting type is the elemental version. The fighting type is the trained, disciplined, higher plane version of the normal type. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. And I do think there's a lot of moves that kind of like, not confirm this, but do I don't know. I just think about the relationship, the fighting and the normal type. I think it's it is important to pay attention to, right? Because as we go through all these Pokemon, I kind of want to pick them apart and like really try to understand what all these are, And can I be honest with you guys? We got to wait until 2027 to get our hands on Winds and Waves. But in the meantime, I've been collecting a lot of Pokemon cards. This episode is brought to you by our friends, Awesome CCG. It's my local card shop, and they want to give Hidden Power listeners 5% off all regularly marked products. And we're always doing timelines for the upcoming Pokemon games, but I got to be honest, the TCG roadmap right now is just as exciting. The Zygarde themed set, Perfect Order, is out right now. I actually pulled this Mega Skarmory EX and 3 Chien-Pao cards. But the next big English set is Chaos Rising. This set dropped on May 22nd. It's available right now and has a ton of awesome chase cards like Mega Greninja and Mega Floette. Both of these are brand new Pokemon, and it's so cool to get new art of these Pokemon in a physical format that you can actually hold in your hands and feel like an actual Pokemon master. And the next English set is Pitch Black, which releases July 17th. And this is going to have to do with Mega Darkrai. But if you don't want to wait until July, guess what? The Japanese set, Abyss Eye, also released on May 22nd, and you can get all those same cards that are going to be featured in Pitch Black 2 months early. This is an illustration rare Metang card. Never thought I'd be saying Metang is one of the coolest, but this is a Japanese card and it's just as beautiful as any English set. And later in the year, there's actually been rumors of a new trademark, Storm Emeralda, and this is probably going to feature Mega Dimension Pokemon, including Mega Rayquaza, Mega Groudon, Mega Kyogre. These cards are going to be so sick. And of course, we're also going to be getting the 30th anniversary celebration set. Every single one of these sets are going to be available at Awesome CCG in store or online, and they want to hook you up. Hidden Power listeners get 5% off all regularly marked products when you use the code Hidden Power at checkout. We have links in the description. Go support them. These people are real Pokemon fans and they support the podcast. Pokemon cards are for everyone, and Awesome CCG makes it so easy to pick up some products and start opening cards. A huge thanks to Awesome CCG for sponsoring today's episode.
I think there's something different with when you compare the Ghost and Normal and fighting. I think Normal and Ghost are meant to be like opposites of like almost like a spiritual spectrum. where it's just
Yeah.
like you're just like a normal, like carnal being, and then the ghost types are like spiritually, they're like a spirit instead, and so that's why they don't
Yeah.
like interact. Whereas the fighting type, it's almost like it just physically cannot hit, like it punches through like a spirit, you know what I mean? And the same
Yeah.
goes for the spirit, like it can't hit the fighting type. They are related, but I think that there's a little nuance difference between the two,
Yeah.
in a way.
But I
it's
wonder what that is.
interesting.
No,
Yeah,
that's true. The normal type is like oftentimes like the flesh type. Like
Yeah,
does it
kind
exist?
of. Yeah.
Yes,
Ew.
it's a normal type.
I just
Right?
see, yeah, I agree. I see it as like I'm just like a normal person, you know, and then that's like a supernatural
That's
thing.
like-
you know, like that's what I mean though. Like the ghost is like supernatural and you're just normal.
Yeah.
The other thing is normal. So it's like, how do they interact?
That's like if we came up with like the worst word to describe each type, flesh type. would be-
Yeah.
That's what you would call the normal type. And then like water type, you'd call the moist type.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Just
yeah,
those
yeah, yeah.
words that make your skin crawl.
Moist. Yeah. So okay, we got a tier list here, and we might, and I feel like we might end up adding maybe one more tier potentially
We might
if it happens.
erase one of these tiers.
Yeah, we could erase one, but we
Mhm.
what we want to do today is go through each one of these Pokemon, every single normal type, and determine if it is, if it actually fits the, if it is a normal type, if it fits what a normal type is supposed to be. And we can talk about maybe like if it should get like a different type, or if it should just not be a normal type at all. And so we're going to be categorizing these Pokemon on this spectrum of normal to not normal, but there's all sorts of specific micro groups within this where a Pokemon is either a beast, maybe it's an animal, a bird. I think a lot of normal types are also represented, or are normal types because they represent the sound, or like they harness the power of sound, whatever that might be, right? Vibration or whatever.
Yeah.
Some of these Pokemon I think are typeless. Some of these Pokemon cannot be categorized at all. I'm thinking about Terapagos. I'm thinking about type Null. It's interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, it will be fun to kind of go through all this. But also the thing I will be looking at is like some of these Pokemon shouldn't be the normal type, and I
Right.
think they could have a different type.
Yeah.
There's actually I don't know if we want to get started yet, but like
Yeah,
the
I think we can get started.
the very first Pokemon on this list, Pidgey, Pidgeotto, and Pidgeot, there's a great discussion to be had there because for so long, and I mean, it mostly has been kind of like eliminated at this point, but for so long, every single flying type, like Pidgey and Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, they were also normal types. And it was just
Yeah.
like, if you have a flying type, they have to be normal. They have to have some other type. So you get a ton of normal birds, just for that like unwritten rule that existed for like
Yeah.
6 or 7 generations. And so I would almost argue, even though these guys are pretty like plain, they're pretty normal, I would actually argue like preferentially, I feel like they would be better if they were just flying, because the normal type for so many of these birds just kind of feels like tacked on.
Yeah.
I would maybe push back a little bit because I do think, and we did a deep dive on like the flying type, and it was kind of cool to realize that a lot of flying type Pokemon are really the wind type Pokemon, essentially. Like spiritually, they're wind Pokemon. And that is why they have a primary flying type. And that's why things like Tornadus, right,
Mhm.
doesn't have the normal type. But I do agree. I think you could probably remove or change some of the types of these early route. Yeah, these early birds.
with this line specifically, like I don't necessarily mind them being normal type because like Pidgey is pretty normal. Like it's not like it's like anything special. But I feel like if you look at Rookidee, for instance, Rookidee was like the first Route 1 bird to be pure flying type. And I feel like in a way that made it feel a little bit cooler because like it wasn't describing itself as just like a plain old bird. It was like this flying type elemental creature. And it had more of that identity. So sometimes I feel like like
That is pretty cool.
It can be fitting in a case like a more like plain Pokemon like Pidgey, but I also feel like there's a little bit of a detractor because like there's sort of this stigma with the normal type that it's like the boring type, you know?
Yeah.
And so like if it's just flying, it feels like more, I guess, like unique and like it has more of this like identity to it.
Yeah.
With Rookity, though, that's actually a really good example because it's just like the modern changes to Pokemon, or maybe that's not the best way to say it, but the reason I feel like Rookity could be normal type, like it should be normal type in my mind, because it's literally just this specific bird. I don't forget the name of it, but it's like it looks like one of those birds, and it's just a bird, like it's just like a normal little bird. But I think because we're so advanced in Pokemon, in the timeline of Pokemon, that they don't want to do like another normal flying. Like, so they just were like, you know what, let's get rid of the normal type because it doesn't need it, but it is it. You know, it's like that.
I don't think it needs it at all. I actually think Rookity, I hadn't thought about
I don't think
this
it needs
until
it
this
either.
conversation.
I'm just saying it is it.
Yeah, but visually, when I look at Rookity, there's nothing about it that looks normal. It does look like an elemental creature, and if the flying type is an element, just like fire,
Right.
ice, whatever,
Right.
it doesn't look normal type. It doesn't have, and I think to me the normal type, when it's sometimes, not always, but when the normal type manifests itself on a bird Pokemon, like a flying type bird Pokemon, it is like Pharaoh looks like literally like a bird. It has
this is
it
where
has
we see
pink
things
talons
different.
and beaks.
Yeah.
It's a brown sandy color.
Mhm.
It just looks normal. But Rookity looks like a fantasy monster.
This
right?
is
So
kind
I
of,
think this is totally good as a flying type.
this is where we see things different because I don't see it like that. I see like the normal type isn't just like the boring type. Do you know what I mean? Because
I'm not
this is,
saying
like,
boring.
No, I
I'm
know.
saying
I know.
like animal.
I
Like
know.
I think the normal type is an animal.
Right.
And I think Fearow, Pidgeot feel more like that because of their design.
I would
Right.
argue that Fearow is kind of fantastical. It doesn't look like just a bird. It has like the crazy crest and you know, like I don't know, it's a little more like exciting, you know.
It has exaggerated body
interesting.
parts.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's got like exaggerated body parts. I don't think it's like horrible, but
Right.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
But so what I'm just trying to distinguish is not like a, you know, like us arguing about it, but more so that
That's what I'm
more
trying to do.
no, more so that a Rookidee is just a bird. Like it's just like a normal little bird. Like, so to me,
Sure.
that should be a normal type in a way. Like it could be or
Yeah.
it could not be.
Here's what I'll
good-
add to that. So I totally see what Dusty is saying, where like Fearow looks more like quote unquote boring versus Rookity, so it feels more normal. But to Soul's point, I will say that even though Rookity does look a little more exciting, it still looks basically just like the animal it's based on.
Exactly.
If you look at
Sure,
something that's
okay.
not even normal type at all, like Caterpie, for instance, Caterpie looks exactly like the caterpillar it's based on, but that doesn't mean it's a normal type.
Yes.
So I feel like there is kind of this weird distinction. You think of it as just like the basic type, the vanilla type, but there is kind of this distinction in terms of like what qualifies a Pokemon as a normal type past it just being based on an animal, because a lot of times that's not good enough. I feel like there has to be a certain like it's the kind of Pokemon that like it's basically like, is this Pokemon the equivalent of like a squirrel or something like that, that's like in our world it's just like this everyday creature that doesn't get you too excited. Like if you see it out in the open, you're not like, holy crap, that's like a
that's kind of
deer or a
interesting.
bear or something. It's just a squirrel, you know? So it feels like there's that sort of level to it.
So it has to be like normal and like the
in the-
inspiration for the design
like-
also needs to be kind of normal and mundane.
Common.
yeah, it's kind of like
Common.
mundane or common. Yeah, that sort of thing.
I do wonder though, when you brought up the Caterpie example, and it's interesting, like
Yeah.
if there wasn't a bug type, I don't know if there wasn't a bug type, it would probably be like a normal type though.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I mean?
think Caterpie could be normal bug type.
Yeah.
100%. It's a normal bug.
Yeah,
And I guess that's why I'm just like, it was weird when it first happened, when Rookity came out as a flying type, and it's not a normal flying type. It's just like when this debuted and it was just a flying type, that felt weird because every other early route bird was also dual type normal.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I look at it, I'm like, I do think this feels more elemental. I bet the designer of this of Rookity and this whole line it feels like they made choices to make it feel like more of a monster, or not like, not a monster, but like it feels more elemental. Mm-hmm. Even its eyes, like I look at its eyes and I'm like, they are glossy. They almost look like how like fairy types have like this like glow to their eyes, right?
Kind of
to depict that they're fairy types.
I guess.
Yes,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Actually, I've thought about it a little bit. They kind of have like
they have this like
it's like the fairy girl eye.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And that's a way to showcase that they're like elemental. So I feel like I'm not trying to even split hairs on this, but I think it is I guess a good example. This is part of the conversation.
It is,
right?
Absolutely.
Is the normal type also the bird type? Is I guess what we're talking about, right?
But that's my point exactly, though. It's like the bird type, the just regular animal type. That's kind of how I see the normal type a lot of times. But
well, I feel like maybe this is a good distinction to start us off because again, I think part of it is just because the fact that Pidgey is Gen 1, Rookity is Gen 8, and so like after 8 generations they wanted to like spice it up a bit. But
I genuinely
I think
Go for it.
I think you could also use this as like a barometer and say that Rookity is a flying type because again, it's more, maybe it's just a little more elemental in its flying type, or maybe it just has something to it that just allows it to be more pure, I guess, versus Pidgey that's like, again, it's mundane, it's more common, it's more just like whatever. And so it has that normalcy added onto its flying type because it's just got more of those kinds of traits versus Rookity.
Yeah.
Right. I see what you're saying totally. The only thing I just want to point out, and maybe it's not really important for our discussion today, but I do think when giving types to Pokemon, they really do think about like, what the types are, all the types in the generation, like, should we give this many? They probably have like a certain amount of types that they can give, like there's different like technical things that they have to think about. And I think that they picked Rookity to be like that because eventually they knew that it would evolve into a flying steel type. They didn't want to probably do like the whole, like it's normal, then it's steel, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that happened, but I'm just thinking,
yeah,
like,
they were
why?
innovating.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
And also, I would imagine like a lot of these early route, or a lot of these early bird Pokemon, I mean, let's just look at Pidgey and Spearow. I feel like the function of an early route Pokemon is to kind of introduce the player and slowly get them like acclimated to not only catching Pokemon but also like types. And so it's like if your first Pokemon is this elemental being, a starter, and then all the other Pokemon that you catch are bugs and normal types, it like that kind of sets the bar for what the norm is.
Yes.
For then you to later learn, that there are more types. And then it's like, if you catch a Rattata, okay, it's normal type. You catch a Pidgey, oh, it's normal and flying. That's kind of interesting, but it's not, flying's not like a busted type. Right. And then it's still reliable. I don't know. Like, I feel like what you're saying is important.
There definitely
for how these Pokemon get their types.
Yeah, there definitely is some technicality to it too that just like kind of is irrelevant to like all this other like inspirational stuff we're talking about, because again, to your point, like they could literally just give the Pokemon a normal type because they're like, we need more normal types, we need to balance this out. Or it could be for a reason, and this could be why Pidgey is like normal type, is because they want it for the purpose of like the actual like game that this Pokemon is debuting in, because Pidgey being a normal type makes it harder to go against Brock, the first gym leader, because Rock resists normal. And now it's like doubly resisted, so it makes that first boss battle harder. And so that could be the kind of thing that they're like,
you're right, dude. The bugs are weak as well.
Yeah, like they want to give these Pokemon types so it like fits the flow of the game. And so
there's definitely some balancing stuff going on.
There's actually a lot of different factors outside of just, oh, this is a bird, it should be flying type.
Yeah.
Which is something Pokemon fans don't think about a lot when they look at the Pokemon and they're like, why isn't that this type? You know, well, actually, it's because they needed it to be that type for a certain period. So it's tough, but for our intents and purposes today, you know.
Yeah. I guess I just wanted to bring up Lechonk as an example of like a Pokemon that I think feels very modern, but it is an early route Pokemon, and it doesn't have this like sandy color of these like bird Pokemon, but it is just a normal type. They could have made this normal ground. They could have made this normal fairy.
I thought it was until you.
It's crazy. It actually is crazy that not even the evolutions are normal ground, because like that is like the whole point is that it's a truffle pig and they dig in the ground. But
it has dirt on its face.
It does, yes. To get back to something that Dusty just touched on, Dusty is like a good example of. I feel like the classic Pokemon fan that associates you associate like color to type. So like
I think Dusty, it's so underrated. More people should be talking about it. It matters.
You want every normal type to be like this sandy brown color.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't like that. I think that's boring. But I think it signals normal type.
It does signal it to a degree, but it's important to distinguish that like you do not have to be brown to be a normal type, or you do not have to be blue to be a water type. Like that's not required. And I actually do think that they like why we think that is because they did that in earlier generations. Yeah. But in later generations, like Lechonk here, for example, or others, they get a little crazier with it, which is I think is a good thing because it allows for more variety. But it does kind of like add to the conversation a little bit because it like again complicates like how a certain Pokemon has a certain type, like because it's like if this is a fire type but it's not red, why is it a fire type, you know? You get in your head with it a little bit.
So I would put, and I feel like we should almost make a new category for this.
It's very
like
hard.
The birds should almost be something else.
No, you know? I think we might have split it too much even because it's like, what do you put in the normal type? Because for me, Pidgey is the most normal as it can get. Like that thing is, it's common. It's just like a little bird that looks like any little bird that you could see flying around. It's got your basic blandish colors. So like to me, it's just like, it is just a bird, but it is also definitely normal. So I'm like,
No, that's a good point. I guess for me, like a good normal type would be like, you know what? This is what I got to do. The normal type would be Lickitung. The normal type would be Kangaskhan. Those are beasts, and I don't think that needs to be with animal and bird. So I'm going to have animal and bird be its own tier, and that's where we literally get like, it's an animal, it's normal type. But then anything that's like, just like a new creature.
I can see at the end of this tier list, there's going to be like no normal types. You guys know what?
I can
I'm
see
locked in.
I can see. Hang on.
Uh-oh. Hoops is sick.
Getting over.
You guys go.
Oh my gosh. So like, and we can jump to it. I'll just do Gen 1, but like to me, Lickitung, that's a normal type. It's not just a lizard, it's a monster. It's something brand new. I put monster type in the animal bird type, but it should have been separate.
Sorry, I died there for 2 seconds, but
no, it's all good. It's all good. Chansey, normal type.
Wait, don't do it like this.
Normal
don't
type.
do it like this.
No, I'm gonna bring up something that I was about to say before I
Eevee, normal type.
Along.
You know, if you're still listening to this right now, you're pretty deep into the episode, and you probably like it. Is that fair to say, guys? The viewer probably likes it. This show, Hidden Power, is only possible because of our Patreon and YouTube channel member supporters. Yes, this is an advertisement, but I want to tell you, like, you can get a lot. You can get a lot more content from this podcast. If you sign up and join the Hidden Power universe, we put out 4 additional podcasts every single month. That's a whole new podcast, over an hour long, every single week on Mondays. That you could be getting, adding to your rotation, your podcast rotation. There's so many conversations, Pokemon conversations that we have that are exclusive to those episodes, and you can unlock it. And
they're juicy.
That's true.
We talk about stuff that honestly would make me squirm to talk about publicly. Mostly just because they're like usually off topic and chaotic and a lot of fun. But yeah, those are you can get all of those. Links are in the description. You also get access to the Discord, and that is where everything happens. We have over 500 trainers in the secret Hidden Power Discord. That's where all the stuff happens, and we are actually we're really bolstering up our community, the Discord. We're creating avenues for people to give feedback and to control the direction of the show through voting on what episodes they want to see, for submitting Q&As, submitting voicemails, so we can actually showcase more of you guys, the people who make this show possible on the podcast. We're all Pokemon fans. This is the home for Pokemon discussion, and we're trying to get you all in the mix in new, fun, innovative ways, which I'm excited about. And members get 10% off merch. Shop.hiddenpowerpodcast.com. 10% off merch forever. You can support at the lowest tier, legendary tier, box legendary, mythical tier. If you support at the mythical tier or higher, you will get your name read on the show. And guess what? This is on Patreon exclusively. This is not a YouTube thing, but if you want to sign up on Patreon, you can actually pay annually and get 20% off. At higher tiers, that's up to $20 off your yearly membership.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you guys so much for all the support. We love you. And back to the episode.
I was gonna say that
Snorlax. Normal.
I was gonna say that I do see what Dusty's saying, because there are some of these that are like, it's just a bird, so put it in the bird category. And like, it's a normal type because it's just a bird. But then there are others like Lickitung or Kangaskhan where it's like, it isn't just an animal, but like it is a normal type because like it has the normal, like that's what identifies it. So it's not a normal type because it's this common animal. It's a normal type because like it's a pure normal type. If that makes sense. Like it's a little more. Like that is what identifies it.
That's perfect. So for the category though, you should put pure normal at the top and then put like animal normal. Because I feel like there are two categories of the same thing. But anyway, you don't have to do it. I'm just saying that's how I'm seeing it.
All right, normal type. Yeah.
I would argue. Yeah. I don't know if we want to start getting into it, but
I think this can be a little more of a free for all, because we're not doing opinions on each Pokemon. It's more of just I think a lot of these can just be clumped together. Like But to just talk about the monsters a little bit more, like I think Kangaskhan's a really good example, or Lickitung, honestly. Kangaskhan.
So Lickitung is the one I want to talk about for sure.
Yeah, but let's talk about Lickitung then.
Lickitung to me could be, it's a lizard, right? But it's not like a normal lizard. What kind of lizard do you see like this? I don't know. It's so fantastical, right? I don't know if, I don't even know if Lickitung should be a normal type. To me, it could fit some kind of dragon type. It just doesn't look ferocious. It could be like a dragon fairy type to me.
Honestly, you're right. Like in 2026, if Winds and Waves comes out in 2027, this could be a dragon fairy. This could be a normal dragon. This could be a normal fairy. Yeah.
Yeah. In the case of Lickitung, you have to like take away like 30 years of thinking that it is just normal. Like it's just a pure normal. Just take the normal off of it and look at the design itself and be like, is that normal?
I kind of like that it's just a normal type, though.
I like that it is. I do like
it. Literally has a normal type symbol on its knee. I never noticed that, but what is it? Quillfish, Hisuian or Overquill or whatever. They have like symbols on their tails, and
I do think that this is a good example. Even though like you could look at it could be dragon or fairy or whatever. I do think Lickitung is a good example of like. Again, this is kind of like the pure normal type that we're talking about, where like you look at this Pokemon and you look at like every type that exists and you're like, it just doesn't fit into every other category, because it's like, it's clearly not fire. It's clearly not water. Like, maybe you could give it dragon, but it's like, it's not a dragon in the traditional sense. So it's like it's easy to like say, no, it's not a dragon. So it's kind of like, it just doesn't fit in any other category. And that's kind of another facet of what the normal type is Pokemon that like, if they are not just this like common, like mundane thing, then a lot of times they are this sort of thing that's like, this just doesn't fit anywhere else. So we're going to give it this normal type.
Yeah. It's weird because looking at the Dex entry, it talks about like how its tongue will like paralyze the opponent or like essentially secrete a poison. So I'm like, you could turn this into a lot of different things, but
Oops.
I think the normal type's kind of nice. You know?
Yeah, it is nice. No, I like it being a normal type. I just don't know if it should be a normal type. Or like everything that Hoops just said makes me feel like it should go in the like random miscellaneous type thing because it's or tier because it's like
because you don't know why it's the normal type.
Yeah,
well,
I don't fully
I think
understand
maybe
why it's just a normal
I
Pokemon.
think the only Pokemon that should be miscellaneous is like Terapagos. Spoiler alert. Because it is every type.
I was gonna bring that sort of thing up because like within the distinction that I just made, there's also that other distinction of normal types. Like I think there's a distinction between normal types that are normal types because they don't fit anything else, and also normal types that are normal types that shouldn't be normal types because they're not normal. Like they're given the normal type because they don't fit anywhere else, but they still should not be normal type because they're clearly not normal. So like I feel like the more it's kind of ironic because you hear the normal type and you're like, oh, this is the most boring type or whatever. But the more we talk about it, the more I'm like, this is actually the most like complex, like nuanced, like complicated type there is, because I don't think we're having this kind of discussion if we're talking about the fire type or the ghost type.
Right.
Like it's just it's weird. It's weird.
And you know what I think that is? I think it's because they just literally are like, we don't know what to do with this. Let's just make it a normal type. Like I literally think that they just threw a whole bunch of random designs into the normal type, and there's no rhyme or reason technically. But okay, so I'm understanding it better. I know it's weird. I'm glad we did the tiers before recording, but I think that the tiers are basically they're all normal except for the one that is not normal. But they're like
these are all
categories
they're all
of
normal.
normal.
Yeah. We're just trying to parse them out a little bit more. One of my favorite theories from a couple of years ago when Terapagos came out is, I think Lumi said it, and then I just kind of rolled with it. But it was like the idea that like it would be so cool if new legendary Pokemon, and I'm thinking about Arceus, and I'm thinking about Terapagos, normal type legendaries. Like, what if they got their own type? You know, to symbolize and represent their unique power as a legendary. We kind of used to get that with like, you know, with like earlier, like Mewtwo, I feel like.
Psychic type, yeah.
I mean, Mewtwo's not a good example because other Pokemon had psychic type, but it just felt more specific back in the day. Or how the dragon type was so legendary.
So
anyways.
Arceus and Terapagos are a great example of this type of normal type that I absolutely despise. And that is a normal type that is by definition not normal. Like a little turtle that can become every single type. That's not normal by any definition. So why is it
not normal?
Literally God, not normal. So why is it a normal type? Like these are the types of normal types that are just lumped into this category because like there's not one single type that like defines what they are. So they're just kind of given this mundane type. To finish my point though, really quick before you get into what you're going to say.
I'm trying to build on this. I had a brain blast.
I don't think like a legendary type necessarily makes sense, but I think what they should do for these kinds of Pokemon, and there's a couple other normal types that could be in this category as well. I think what they should do is bring back the mystery type, which is the like, question mark type. And basically what they should do is have it should operate a lot like the typeless type does.
Yep.
Which is basically no interaction, like or no like resisting or effective or like no interaction with any kind of other type, basically. But then they like Arceus and Terapagos and some of these other Pokemon, they can then get types based on their special abilities that they have. And then that can be how they sort of like interact with the other types a little more directly.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good.
Makes sense.
I'm thinking about the normal type as the potential type, right? Yes, we're talking about these legendary Pokemon, Arceus, right? It's a normal type, but it can have the power of all types through its plates. Terapagos literally, you know, it's a normal type, but it literally has all of the types on its back, right? It's terastallization. If we take it back to the roots, one of the most iconic normal type Pokemon is, if I can scroll a little bit faster on Bulbapedia, Eevee. And Eevee is the potential Pokemon. It's the evolution Pokemon. It's a normal type that can evolve into anything. We also have Pokemon like Silvally, type Null, right? They can be any sort of type.
Yeah.
Porygon
Ditto.
is a normal type, but it was like artificially created.
See, and then
Ditto is another great example. Smeargle is another great example. Kecleon is another great example of like Pokemon that can harness all of these different types. So they're not typeless, but they are, I think you said miscellaneous type potentially. Hoops.
I would just love for more of those Pokemon, like type Null, like Ditto. Like, I think the mystery type would just be so cool because it's like, these are Pokemon that it's like Ditto potentially created in a lab, type Null created in a lab, like for sure. Like, these are Pokemon that nothing about them is normal. And so like, I feel like we're doing a disservice to just describe them as normal when that's clearly not what they are. Versus if you gave these Pokemon a quote unquote mystery type, and it's like the idea behind it is that like these Pokemon are crazy and like weird, and we just do not have all the answers. So we don't really know what type they are.
Well,
so they become...
what this should be. It's the question mark type.
That's what he's saying. That is the
right.
Mystery
Type. I'm saying mystery is just like a better word.
Okay, but, no, I like that. That's
good. But yeah, it like would add like it would describe the Pokemon a lot better. It would add a lot more of like lore and like make them way more interesting. And then it would also just, I feel like, fit them better because again, like they don't really fit any other type, including the normal type. So giving them this kind of like mystery type where they're just like neutral against everything, that also does a lot for VGC. And then in almost every one of these cases, Ditto, type Null, Arceus, Terapagos, like they all have the ability to become like multiple other types, like you're saying.
Damn.
So it's like it's like a perfect fit because you're not even robbing them of the ability to be an actual type because they eventually will become an actual type.
Yeah, that's so good. What would the properties be? Like, could we call this the undiscovered type?
I like mystery.
I like mystery too.
Mystery's cool. Yeah,
it just sounds it sounds fun.
This reminds me of like how Meltan doesn't like it's undiscovered what region it's from. You know, this could be another thing that's just kind of left open. And that's kind of fun.
I do want to push back a little bit because I think you make the point for them being normal type. I think it goes off of what Dusty was saying too, which is not potential, but I think that they see the normal type as like the base type, where it's just like it's the basic, it's just like standard, and then from there Arceus can become any type. From there, like Terapagos has to be normal so that it can become like all these other types. Essentially, I'm not saying that it has to be, but I'm saying that that's how they see how it could have been water type and then can become any other type. But they decided to do like it's just the basic, and then it can become any other type, and that's like what the normal type is for them in this case. Because there's like so many different cases,
especially if Hisui. Oh, sorry.
I just was going to say, I do agree that's how they look at it. I just think that's a fundamental flaw with the normal type because
again, it goes against it all.
It's like you cannot tell me that Arceus and Pidgey are in the same class. Like that just
yes, you're right, dude.
Like that is a fundamental flaw. Like that doesn't work. And I just feel like also think about it. Like we've been talking a lot about like, oh, they should bring a new type in. Like that would be so fun. Imagine a game where they bring in the mystery type, and so some of these Pokemon get retyped to the mystery type, and then the whole game is about like there's a bunch of Pokemon in this region, or like there's a good amount of Pokemon in this region. They're like, we don't know what type they are. Like it is literally a mystery. And like the plot sort of revolves around like what the mystery type is. Maybe it gives us a little more lore about where it comes from, like how it works. Like that could be the type of thing that you could base a whole entire game around. And like I said, even if you assume that like it just has no interaction with any other type, like that would actually be like pretty cool from a VGC perspective, because I'm sure there's a lot of strategy that you could pull from a type that has no interaction with any other type. So like to me, that actually like would help the normal type be like more purely normal and would just like be something really cool to do. So
Yeah.
If
that's
I could be a little,
officially that's officially like my pitch.
Yeah.
I like this.
I get it for sure. Yeah.
If I could be a little heady, I would say it actually might make sense that Arceus, the creator of the Pokemon God, it kind of makes sense that it would be a normal type because aren't we all in the image of God?
Yeah, so basically,
Yeah. It isn't
I thought about that too when you said that.
When I go out into nature and I look at when I look at the trees and the mountains and the little,
it's all
whatever,
normal.
right? Yeah, I'm like, this is life. Normal is the life type. If it exists, it is a normal type. If it and then everything else branches from there. That's insane. All right.
Yeah. So we got to get
up. Back to the episode.
Yeah.
That was crazy. All right. So that's cool. All right. Let's go back to the tier list. All right. I'm liking this. Normal type. Okay. We'll still argue about it, but then we get the animal and bird type. This feels good. I'm going to put Rattata. In this.
Yeah. It's
even the Alolan forms. I think those make sense.
They're just rats, right?
They're just rats. That's all they are.
Even the Alolan, he's got big cheeks. It's a rat with full cheeks.
The greedy rats.
I feel like I feel like we could honestly knock out a bunch of Pokemon that are just like animals.
Yeah,
because like
I don't want to go too far into the generations, but yeah, I think we could do that.
Yeah, like I look at Meowth and Persian. Persian is just a Persian cat. Like there's not a whole lot there.
I agree. I kind of want to push back on Meowth because if we're making a difference between just an animal or a normal type, I do think Meowth kind of is on the fence. I actually think Meowth, it being so anthropomorphic, it kind of like, I mean, it is the scratch cat Pokemon, but I feel like it's also depicted as maybe, honestly, maybe it's just the anime. Maybe I'm just thinking about the anime Meowth, but I look at Meowth and I'm like, he's more of a cartoon. I actually do see Meowth. I think he could just be a true normal type.
When I think about it, it's just like the coin that gets me.
You're right. Yeah.
It's a part of it kind of. So it's like, not so normal, but the rest of it is pretty normal. He's pretty little normal cat.
Like if you look at this early concept art, it's a cat.
He's just an anime cat. That's basically like he's just got anime. Is that a new
category, anime cat? Yeah. It's kind of insane that even in like Heart Gold Soul Silver, I forgot this, but like he walks around on all fours like a little cat.
It looks like the baby one of him.
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah, that's tough. That's a hard one. I think
Persian, 100% just an animal. Yeah. Persian's just an animal.
Yeah, but Persian sometimes I can see like some psychic vibes too. Not that it shouldn't be still normal though. So
yeah, I think Persian is cool because it kind of is like it. To me, it feels like an animal. Yes, it could have some other powers, but it's an animal.
I can agree with these. Like I can see not putting Meowth in just animal. Yeah, he's a little different, I guess.
The Gigantamax forms are also on here. I feel like I don't really know what to do with this.
That one is definitely not.
Just an animal. Yeah, I'll put it in
go up there. Yeah. It's long cat.
In terms of an animal or a bird Pokemon, I think Farfetch'd, while still being a cartoon, kind of like Meowth, still falls under this category.
Which is tough because birds, right? Because the birds kind of just look, they are already like bipedal all the time.
Yeah. So. Well, it's a duck, I guess, right? Yeah. I think this is kind of interesting. I think Tauros I'm going to put in this category as well. Animal, bird.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else it could be too, because
I think it's just it's an animal. That's all it is. It's I don't think I think the color does a lot. I know it's got 3 tails, but I'm like,
thinking of,
if it was blue, if it was yellow, I don't know, if it had a different color, I think you could say maybe it's just a weirdo like Lickitung. But to me, Tauros is just.
I was gonna bring something to that effect up, and that has to do with Kangaskhan. Like you think of Kangaskhan as a normal type because it's brown, but we just got that reveal that it was once blue. And I think that's probably why they made it brown, was because they decided for it to be normal type. And they were like, normal type is kind of equating to the sandy brown color. So that will emphasize that it's normal type versus the blue, which maybe would make it feel a little more like something else. So
It's kind of cool that the blue, the beta design of Kangaskhan, the blue color kind of made its way into the baby.
Yeah.
You're right though, because you are right.
Yeah, like there is definitely that association. Like I 100% believe that's why they made it brown as opposed to blue, is because they were like, there is a little bit of a color association with each type. And so this will help it feel more like the normal type.
Yeah.
You put them all in. Sorry, go for it.
Oh no, go for it. I was going to launch into something else.
I was kind of too, but I was going to say that you put them all in categories already, but I'm not ready to accept them where they're at. Like Kangaskhan to me, could it not be like kind of dragon? It's so like kaiju like.
It's kaiju, but I wouldn't say dragon.
Yeah,
it's like a kaiju kangaroo. Basically.
It's supposed to be a kangaroo, but he's like not really a kangaroo. It doesn't look like a kangaroo.
Yeah.
Listen, if this was a dragon type tier list, yeah, I would say it could qualify as a dragon. But I think what I'm not like. Even if it has, this goes for Lickitung and some of these other ones as well, right? Even if it does, it could have another elemental type. I don't think any of these are not a normal type, right?
And when I say normal type, not normal is down at the bottom. Like I think after we just talked about all that, I think Lickitung should be a not normal. Personally, I think it should be a fairy type or something like that.
I disagree.
The only thing I like about fairy, I think because it's pink means nothing. I think it's
it has nothing to do with it being pink. It just has to do with it being like fantastical. I'm like colorblind.
It eats food.
I'm totally colorblind. Totally, maybe not, but colorblind when I'm looking at these. Okay, so I'm like not looking at the colors as much and just being like.
But the color does matter. That's like the design.
It does matter, but like the design, like the proportion, what it is what I'm really looking at, and color does have something to do with that, obviously. But
yeah.
I'm not looking at Lickitung being a fairy type because it's pink. I'm looking at it because it's just like something kind of magical and different and weird. I don't know. Yeah. It is not a normal type to me. I just can't see it as being like, this is totally normal. like
how about this?
This is honestly a totally normal lizard. It's like fat and has a gigantic tongue out all the time. Like, I don't know.
By the way, I wanted to ask you guys, have you seen the new merch in our merch store? Have you seen this? We got a ton of new merch for the 30th anniversary. This year's been crazy. You know what? We actually do need some Pokopia merch. I think personally that would be super fun. But we got a ton of cool designs here featuring some of your favorite Pokemon: Slowpoke, Psyduck. We got some unknown merch. The double battle, Hidden Power T. This one's on my list to pick up. But truthfully, bro, it's been so hot outside. And we got this gorgeous Blaze Kick t-shirt. And if you want to stay cool, we also have the Aurora Beam t-shirt featuring these little.
I think Hoops picked that one up. If I'm not mistaken.
I have this one in white, and I love it. It's great. It fits really well. It's just a great shirt to wear. It's awesome. I love it.
These little Snorunt. I don't think I've ever loved Snorunt anymore.
More than this.
Yeah. This really is one of our best sellers, but I think I need to pick up the double battle tee.
Yeah, it's clean.
It's got green, really, really nice. The Hidden Power color there. This one's Blaze Kick. And another item that's super popular right now is the iPhone MagSafe case. It features all of these stamps, which are designs that our guy Noivi created over the years, and he applied them. Some of these little sticker designs are exclusive to this iPhone case, but it's such a cool design. And there's some like retro, outdated designs that are still. Anyways, so many cool things here.
Art's really nice though.
Yeah, this one became actually one of our best sellers. I've been seeing it more and more. Never before has an iPhone case on our store been a bestseller, and this one is a bestseller. So go check that out.
There's honestly a lot of, as a fan and now a co-host, like I honestly think this store has some of the best like PokeTuber merch that I've personally seen, and with so much like actual Pokemon merch. Like I tried to get stuff from the Target drop and it just sells out immediately. Like this is a great way to like pick something up, rep Pokemon, but also rep the pod and help support it, because it all just goes right back into obviously creating more shows and content. So it helps out a lot, and you get a great piece of merch out of it.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much. Shop.hiddenpowerpodcast.com. Go check it out. Support the show. Members on YouTube or Patreon get 10% off. Make sure you use the code. Thank you. I think the miscellaneous type, I almost want to remove. I think I want to say the miscellaneous type.
I think miscellaneous and not normal
is the normal type. Yeah.
They're kind of. I was going to say miscellaneous and not normal are kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
so,
I'm almost looking at it as a little. I know I was saying that, but I'm almost thinking actually like miscellaneous. I think, yeah, I don't know. It could go both ways.
Another good example is Chansey right next to it.
Yeah, I think I was just about to launch into Chansey because I think Chansey should be a fairy type. But
it's still a normal type.
I do not think it's normal in any way because
it has
it's like
eggs.
You cannot listen to this.
It's creation. It's
you cannot
it's woman. It's
you
beautiful.
You cannot tell me that Jigglypuff is fairy type, Clefairy is fairy type, and Chansey is not fairy type. Like
fair.
It should.
But Jigglypuff is still a normal type.
It is.
Should it be?
Like I would be okay.
I think it should. I think that's totally cool.
I would be okay if Chansey was normal fairy type, but the fact that it didn't get fairy type has always like baffled me. Because it's like you have two other Pokemon in Jigglypuff and Clefairy that are basically the same kind of Pokemon, and they just passed it over for whatever reason. And it's like distinctly all about like happy emotions and all that stuff. And it's like that's fairy type incarnate, and you did not give it the fairy type for whatever
reason. You are right. Look at it. No, you're 100% right.
It absolutely should be fairy type.
For me, I'm not looking at this as like I'm trying to keep them normal. I'm looking at it more like, does this need to be normal? Like, does it say normal to me? Like, there's nothing normal about Chansey. That thing's an axolotl egg thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no. But no. This is what we established earlier. It being weird makes it a normal type. If it doesn't fit into any of they are normal type. We're trying to understand. Like we can't just change what the normal type means. I think the normal type is partially a normal animal, or it is something that doesn't fall under any other category and is just like a weird creature, you know?
Right. But so if you don't find like a better option for it though, right? So like I think Chansey could just be pure fairy. I think Lickitung could just be a pure fairy. Like I don't think
Lickitung is a normal type. To me, I'm also looking at the normal type as a beast type. If it is this brand new creation, right? Then it's a normal type. That's what I'm looking at. The sound type is here because there are some Pokemon like Exploud, like we'll get into, that could fall under the sound type.
Right.
And
the sound type's like a subtype.
We're just trying to identify that. Yeah. There's also things like that are typeless.
Those ones are going to be easier.
Yes, they will be easier. Yeah. The miscellaneous, not normal. I don't think most of these are not normal. I think most of these Pokemon are just straight up normal types and they make sense. So I don't know.
I would go back to what we were talking about before, where it's like with Kangaskhan, for example, or Eevee. It's like if you don't give it the normal type, what do you give it? And to me, there's just like not any other types that would work for them, so that's why they're normal type. Personally,
but they represent what we know as a normal type,
right? They do.
They do represent that,
and I think that contributes.
It's that mystery element
as well. Yes. For me, I would say that Lickitung does fall into that as well, because like while I think there's some logic to like saying, oh, it could be a dragon type or maybe a fairy type, I just don't feel like there's enough there to say like, oh, it shouldn't be normal type. And so like, to me, there's enough of that vibe of like, it doesn't quite fit anywhere else, so let's put it in this normal type category.
Can I give an example?
Go ahead.
An example of a Pokemon that I think is not normal is Smoliv. I don't know why that whole line is normal type.
Yeah, I could.
They're grass type.
Here's what I'll say. I like the fact that it does have a dual type. I think normal grass makes it a little more interesting versus pure grass. But logistically speaking, I totally do agree. Like, I cannot come up with a reason why it should be normal type.
Like olives are not even that normal. Like if it was a tomato Pokemon, if it was a banana Pokemon, that's normal. It's everywhere. It's a banana.
I agree with what you're saying about it, but I think it's probably fits the normal type because it's like a early route like Pokemon that is common. I think the
what about
idea
Badoo?
of them being
What about
common is kind of a
Oddish?
thing. I know, but like it's the same. We go back to Pidgey, and it's like there's Pidgey everywhere. Well, there's there's olives everywhere in Spain. Do you know what I mean? So it's
Sure.
normal.
Yeah.
It's something normal to see around.
Okay,
that's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
the idea.
No, that's true. That's good.
But I do agree. I mean, it doesn't look like a Smoliv does. Dolliv kind of does, but Arboliva to me does not look like a
Arboliva is like this graceful
yeah,
being.
no.
Yeah.
Arboliva
like,
should not be a normal type.
yeah.
But I'll hold on to Lickitung, but since I'm outnumbered, that's how we're gonna do this. So like,
Sure,
if we can agree, I'm outnumbered. I think Lickitung should not be normal, but if you both think that it should be, then that's where it's gonna stay.
Like I guess when I think of an example of a good normal type is again another Generation 9 Pokemon, but it's Mousehold, Tandemaus. They are they're like cartoons. They're just like creatures that lack an element. And to me, that's I think about Eevee, I think about Kangaskhan, I think about Lickitung, Meowth. That's why Meowth to me is like a normal type, because they are these like Pokemon creatures that lack an elemental power, right?
Mhm.
Snorlax is the same way. You could say, oh well, it could be ground type because it's a bear. I don't know, right? Like you could. I just still think they still all possess and deserve the normal type because they're just weirdos. Chansey, to be honest, yeah, it could be the fairy type as well. I want to throw in one piece of trivia that I was reading earlier on Bulbapedia that I didn't bring up earlier that I should have 20 minutes ago. But apparently in Gen 4, the egg, in the code of Gen 4, eggs were classified or coded to have the normal type. And so this is obviously interesting because of Chansey being a normal type, but also this whole conversation about the normal type being like a mystery type or a potential type, right? It's like it has unlimited potential. This aligns with Arceus being able to turn into any type, right?
Right.
The egg of Arceus, right?
That makes sense.
I think it is all
because it's the base. It's like where everything begins at normal.
Exactly.
Kind of thing. But I do want to say that brings up the point of like fairy didn't exist, and most of the fairies were like normal type.
Yeah, they were.
Like most of the fairies that are in existence now were normal in some way. Which is
absolutely.
It's like, what does that even mean? I think Chansey should go in not normal, at least. Because it's just not normal.
I don't know.
Kangaskhan.
Maybe I'm just brainwashed because I see sandy color.
You do because you're so used to it, right? But I'm just trying to like break that. I'm trying to break
type.
like it not being just it's normal. It's been normal for 30 years, so it has to be.
Because I think Jigglypuff is also a normal. Like it makes sense to be normal. Yes, it's also a fairy type, but it's still a normal type. You know?
I don't know because I don't know what Jigglypuff is. It's just like a thing.
It's a cartoon. It's just like a weird little rabbit thing. Yeah. It's like Meowth. It's like Tandemaus. It's a new creature. To me, that's a normal type. Like, yes, it is also a fairy type, but it's like this rabbit hybrid balloon. It's a new Pokemon.
I kind of see it,
right?
I guess.
And it has that's where I'm. Yeah, I think that's the only disagreement we really have. Because you're right. I think a lot of these could have new types. I'd give Fearow dark type. I'd give Farfetch'd maybe. I don't even know if I'd give it the flying type. Tauros could have a fighting type. Like I would bend the types, but I still think they're all normal.
I was gonna go like if we had gone just one by one, like if we had got to Pidgeot, like Pidgey and Pidgeotto look just like normal birds, whatever. But then Pidgeot gets like this kind of majestic, like it changes a bit to where I could see it just being pure flying. You know, like
dude, you know what? I'll give you that. No, I'll give you that. Let's Mega Pidgeot, not normal. Mega Pidgeot.
I don't know if I would go that far.
Yeah.
What do you mean? That's what you were just saying.
I know. I was just thinking about it though. I wasn't like
I think it's a good idea
to it not being normal.
So I'll commit to it. It's a good idea. I don't know why you're backing down. It's a good idea. Look at this thing. It literally doesn't look
bird
normal.
though.
This thing looks. It went Super Saiyan.
Yeah, he's not too normal.
Is Super Saiyan Goku? Is that a normal type?
I don't know.
It's not. It's the sickest. No. I think that would honestly be so cool if Pidgeot sheds its normal type and becomes pure flying. That's actually kind of awesome. 80% of its body now is wings and feathers.
Mhm.
It's no longer a normal type.
I can get
honestly,
I can get behind the mega. Yeah,
just the mega,
Mhm.
dude. And it gets so colorful,
'Cause
beautiful,
he's Super
man.
Saiyan 1 now.
Oh, that's so
Something
sick.
I want to bring up is that I feel like all of this discussion is basically just revealing that the normal type actually should just be called the miscellaneous type, because it is the only type that like has so many different things that qualify it to be that type. Because if you look at like any other type, it's like there's one defining factor that makes that Pokemon. So like dark type, it's like if they're evil or underhanded or shadowy or something like that, like very specific. Fire type,
Yeah.
they're on fire. Water type, they swim. Normal type, it's like, okay, they can be normal type if they are something that's super common and just like mundane, but they can also be normal type if they just don't fit into any other category. And they can be normal type if they are just an animal. Like there's like 5 different qualifiers that allow a normal type to be a normal type. And it just creates this kind of like inconsistency that drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's like, again, it's like if we look at another type, it's like you can compare Pokemon and be like, yes, they belong in the same category. But then with the normal type, we've got stuff like Ditto and Farfetch'd. Like,
Yeah.
they do not
so
look like
different.
they belong in the same category, but they are. So like,
I
Yeah.
a lot of this is just like the miscellaneous, like we did not know where to put you. Like some of it makes sense. Some of it is
Okay.
that like
I see it.
common basic type. And that's kind of what the normal type should be. But then the other half is like, we didn't know where to put you, or we don't have a place to put you, so we have to put you here.
The only thing I see about that is that I do think other types have multiple qualifiers too. I just think this has so many more.
This is
really
just
what it
so
is,
much
you know?
less clear. It's so
Yeah,
much.
exactly.
It's so much. There's so much more like. It's so much more complex because like I didn't even mention the sound type stuff.
Right.
Like sound type has emerged as like a subcategory of the normal type. And that honestly doesn't even really make sense. Other than
I think it should be
we don't know where to put it, so we have to lump it onto the normal type.
I think it should be the subtype of like the ground type or something for vibration. You know?
Maybe steel.
If anything,
steel.
I would argue it could be flying too, because
echolocation,
it's air
or whatever,
it's air vibration. So
you're absolutely right.
It's just like, I don't know. This is just like a really interesting and confusing conversation, which is like the beautiful irony. It's a beautiful irony of it.
So I kind of am coming like I'm kind of getting over to your side here with Kangaskhan. I think the more I think what seems to connect a lot of these weirdos is that they are kind of cartoons. It's almost like the cartoon type, you know, Jigglypuff, Meowth, and a lot of these, like we're gonna see a lot of these Pokemon. I feel like they're normal type when they're just kind of like they're like an idea personified into a Pokemon, right? It's just like this
funny.
like.
It's funny
Does that
though,
make sense?
because like you talk about Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff, and I would agree they do kind of fit into the Kangaskhan, Lickitung type of design where it's like we don't know what you are, but I feel like they identified what it was when they gave it the fairy type. Like, oh, it's this fairy fey creature, and so I'm like, oh my god, I don't know, like why is Jigglypuff keeping the normal type when Clefairy isn't?
No, I know
like,
why.
I
this
don't.
is no,
I
know
don't
why.
know why. Actually, I do know why now.
It's sound type. It
yes,
sings.
It's sound type.
I was overlooking that.
I just clocked that as I was talking about it. I was like, I have no idea. Wait, no, I do have no
so
idea.
Actually,
it's because it
someone's
sings. So that is actually totally justified.
Someone's been screaming it the whole time.
There
should be a sound type.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Like, oh my gosh.
Snorlax might be a sound type because it literally sleeps and snores.
I mean,
that's I think
its signature move is snore.
Yeah,
but it's a sleeping Pokemon. That's why.
But it snores to do damage.
I agree, but I think it should still stay a normal type.
I think it's
Yeah.
normal. Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think
no,
it's primarily sound.
Wait, pause,
I'm glad
pause,
we
pause,
figured out
pause.
Jigglypuff though, because
Yeah.
I was like totally in the dark. I was like, why? And then all of a sudden, it was just like the floodgates open. I was like, holy crap!
Hold on.
Yeah.
Can we align on this? I'm sensing again that we're maybe not in alignment. To me, then everything on this list is still normal type, even if it's sound type or typeless or miscellaneous or animal and bird, except for the not normal type.
Right.
So
Yes.
me putting Snorlax in sound type would be, it's still a normal type. I'm just trying to like explain why it's a normal type.
Right, but I don't.
Subcategories.
I agree with that. I think we are aligned on that. I just
I
don't.
don't.
I don't think that it's
Snorlax-
primarily sound based
Right.
Pokemon.
I
Okay.
agree with that because
Yeah.
it's not on the same level of Jigglypuff or like Exploud. Like those are very
Yeah.
distinctly. It's so funny to say Jigglypuff is distinctly a sound Pokemon. When
I mean, it is.
2
It
minutes
sings.
ago, I had no idea. Like I was,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
not even like on that level.
We
But,
were
like,
just overlooking it. No,
Yeah.
you got
The
it.
question is
yeah.
Wigglytuff? Because Jigglypuff sings,
Ooh.
but does Wigglytuff even do it, or is it just like by association still in here?
Dude, Wigglytuff's kind of tough. Look at this.
I love this Pokemon actually.
Let's
but-
see. When angered, it sucks in air. It inflates itself to an enormous size. Dude, why is it not? It should be a flying type.
Yeah, I mean they
Yeah,
are the
because they
balloon
were
Pokemon.
balloons.
They are the
Yeah.
balloon
Yeah.
Pokemon, so they could be.
They could have
If
been.
their fur feels so good that if two of them snuggle together, they won't want to be separated.
That's adorable.
It's a stuffed animal.
That's adorable.
You know what's super.
I'm telling
funny?
you.
This
I
is
don't know
a-
if it be sounds
this
right.
this is an example of the anime influencing Pokemon
Uh-huh.
because
think
the
so.
anime is the only reason why we associate these Pokemon with singing.
Well,
Uh,
no,
you
it
know
does
why-
have this. It has the
Yes.
move sing.
Well,
Mhm.
it does, but like that is like they basically like took that one move that was
Yeah,
kind of just a throwaway because it was a normal it's a normal type move, it's a normal type Pokemon, give it sing, and they like
Yeah.
made that its character in the anime, and so now that's why we associate it with sound when otherwise like I
Mhm.
would actually argue it's more connected to the flying type than it is the
Yeah.
sound
Yeah.
type, quote unquote, because
I
it's,
agree.
it's the balloon Pokemon, it
Mhm.
floats, it can
Yeah.
inflate itself.
I'm gonna put it
So-
back in. Wigglytuff goes back to normal type, unless we're saying it's not normal. I think it's normal type because it is.
That's normal. Yeah.
I think it's normal because it
But is it because it's fairy type though? So it's like
yeah, but
it,
it, can be dual
it,
type.
it is not normal, and then it's like if we're gonna take it out of sound type, which I'm fine with, I feel like it's either normal or it's not normal, and I feel like because it's literally the fairy type, and it doesn't really have another reason to be the normal type or the sound type, I kind of feel like it's not normal.
Yeah,
I think
visually to me, it just I see it
Yeah.
as normal. Not even because it's this pink puffball, but I think about again. My barometer is Tandem Mouse. It's like a cartoon. It's got it's I don't know. It's just like it's a Pokemon.
I
It's
think
just
we
a
could
normal Pokemon.
we could probably argue back and forth all day. I think we gotta like not be so strong on them, but I
Yeah.
think
Well, we're trying to figure it out. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of these now that we've
I
gone
do
through
think
this,
there's
we can-
a case for it to be still sound type because it probably
Yeah.
still has the move sing, and it probably is still connected enough to Jigglypuff to still be in the sound category. But I also agree with Dusty is that if we're keeping Lickitung and Kangaskhan there, and even Snorlax, like
yeah,
to me, it still feels like a normal type.
yeah.
But
I think we need to identify something that is not normal, and that can be like our barometer. I guess we did with. I mean, I disagree on Chansey, but Mega, honestly, Mega
Yeah,
Pidgeot
Mega
is the
Pidgeot's
best
ju-
one.
just hit
That
you.
one just works for me
Yeah.
because
Oh.
it's so powerful.
What about-
it loses the normalness?
Don't do
To
a
me,
lot.
to me, not
Yes.
normal is Ditto, like Ditto or
Would
or
see Ditto to me is
Porygon.
typeless. I think Ditto's typeless. Ditto is a normal type because it could be anything, right?
I
Yeah,
look
maybe
at Ditto. I look at Ditto as not normal because it is the very definition of what something not normal is. Like it's this blob that can transform into anything. Like that's very unique and therefore not normal.
No, but
That's
not
kinda
normal
how I look
type.
at it.
I think
Right.
what
So like
I think what
it would
Dusty-
be one of the ones that I would give the mystery type because
Sure,
like
okay.
it cannot be like it just cannot have the normal type. Like
I think-
nothing about it qualifies.
So
it
maybe
for the normal
typeless
type.
is typeless and miscellaneous just not normal type then? Should we just combine those?
I think Dusty established something really big here with the whole like potential type, let's call it, because that's what he called it. Even though I would call it like the base type, I really feel like it's just because it's the beginning of something, and then it becomes everything else. I think that's what that is. Like even typeless.
Here's
like
what I'll
basic
say.
Type.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe, I don't know, because I'm like really passionate about like Pokemon like Ditto or Porygon not being normal type, but I think there is a difference between them not being normal type versus Chansey or Mega Pidgeot being not normal type, because that's more like they should be another type versus strictly not normal.
Or should literally not have, they should not have the normal type. To me, Ditto is normal. I think it qualifies as a normal type.
Because it can't be anything else either.
Yeah, but like, is that, but now but why is it still a normal type? You know? And maybe that's to me, that's typeless. I think typeless is maybe your mystery type, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we're just getting into the weeds.
We are getting a little in the weeds.
No, I think you're right though. I think it can't be any other type. So that's got to be what it is. Even if if it's not
just get rid of
type,
miscellaneous.
Yeah,
I feel like I honestly do feel like maybe we could just lump everything that we don't think is normal into not normal, because maybe we do have one too many categories.
Yeah. All right, let's
put the typeless underneath it.
Because like typeless is like typeless is not normal.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
True.
No, you're right.
Interesting. That's crazy. Like I don't know. What about Dodrio?
Yeah. So I don't. I think Dodrio.
It's a bird. To me.
It's a bird, even though it's a fantastical bird.
Heads, yeah.
Yeah, I would probably just put it squarely in the normal type, because to me it feels like a beast, a monster. It's like Kangaskhan. It is just a bird, but it's not actually just a bird. If this had smoother lines and it didn't have the small details of all the Gen 1 Pokemon like Spearow, this would be just like a flat out normal type. However, if we want to if we want to get like really specific, I would give it the ground type. I'd make it ground flying. Yeah. Right? But I think this is fine as a normal type.
Did you see how it flies in the anime? They showed how it flies now. Which it did in Stadium a long time ago too. But basically, Doduo
walks on the air.
Yeah, it just walks on air. It like literally just says, "I'm going up." It's kind of crazy, but cool.
That's crazy. We should talk about that on live. That feels.
I thought it was just a little spice that we could add into this
discussion. No, I know that's kind of breaking my brain. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole.
No wings, just fly.
Can we let's do this? I want to just go through the whole decks and just kind of eliminate some of these like obvious ones. Mm-hmm. I think there's a lot of whatever cases. Sentret, Furret, those are just normals, right? They're just cartoon animals without a type. Right?
Yeah.
I would say animal more than
at least normal. For Furret.
Okay, Furret's an animal. Okay, that's fine. Sentret feels like
Sentret is like a squirrel, but a tanuki, but it's like mixed with a whole bunch of things, so it's like
yeah. Okay, I'm fine with that. Hoothoot and Noctowl, and again, obviously, all Pokemon are going to have some other inspirations, but I think overall. These two, they're just
especially because Hoothoot has 2 legs and it's just pretending to have one, which is stupid.
Can I put Igglybuff with Wigglytuff as a normal type? Because I don't think it sings.
So tough. Because it's like it's like the balloon. It's the most balloon of them all.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
I'm going to put Teddiursa and Ursaring normal type. I think you guys did identify something.
They're animal.
Yeah, I would say they're animal.
Sure, yeah.
Because they're pretty much just bears.
I'm going to put Ursaring in the animal. I think Teddiursa belongs to the normal type. I feel like it feels more like a teddy bear.
But that's just an animal.
No, but it's a teddy bear.
If you saw
it's like
Cub,
Beware.
Yeah, but if you saw Bear Cub, you'd be like,
But like,
okay, sure.
But I don't think Teddiursa in terms of the
no, that's fair.
Beast versus animal discussion is in the same category as Lickitung or Kangaskhan or Snorlax. Like Snorlax
that's true.
is an example of a bear that's like, this is a beast.
Yeah.
But Teddiursa is a bear that's a bear.
That's fair. Stantler is just an animal.
Yeah.
Miltank is an animal.
We'll come back to Miltank, I think.
Oh.
No, I don't know. I feel like it.
We'll come back to it. Zigzagoon is a Tanuki.
Here's what I want to
I
say.
think they're animals.
So I was going to say Zigzagoon and Linoon, I think they're animals, but the Galarian form is sound type.
Ooh, love
because,
that. That's
because
good.
they're based on rockers.
Gene Simmons. Yeah,
Yes.
rock and roll. And where's the evolution? Where is he?
Obstagoon.
Bro, love that. I would not. Yeah,
But
that
he's
would've
so
been-
like that's the only reason, because calling them normal is like very weird.
Yeah.
Why are they normal?
They're normal because they're based on a human. They're based on humans.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I think honestly they're normal, partly at least because they've got this music
The black and
element,
white?
and music and sound type is normal.
Yeah.
I think they
So-
made this design and then they said, no, it should actually still be normal dark because then you have white and black, and then that matches the color scheme.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's what I've always.
I think they
thought.
have like personalities that are really, like dark. But anyway, that's not this.
Well, they do. Yeah,
yeah,
no,
discussion.
the dark type makes sense
They
as well.
they
Yeah.
could be pure dark, but I feel like they are also normal. It's probably
Because of the
partly
sound.
for balancing and partly because of the sound element.
Mhm.
I think.
Mhm.
I'm gonna put Talo and Swallow.
In
I-
animals, dude.
Animal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess what I
dude.
was gonna say is I think Talo and Swallow, and it might be because of the color. I could see them as pure flying types.
That is because of the color, but if that's not true, like if you look at a swallow, like bro, they just are them. That is what that bird is. That's the same thing with the rookie D thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is what this bird is. This is just
Let
the
me
normal
see.
bird. I think a
Swallow.
sparrow.
I will say
Oh,
I
no.
would advocate for like any bird being a pure flying type. Like that does not like that. I would be okay with that,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna like argue against them having the normal type either. So
Mhm.
I think I'm just trying to go the extra step because I'm like, look at this little thing. It's not normal. This is, I mean, maybe it's normal. Yeah, I guess it's not rare.
But it's just a bird. It's just a cartoon version.
right, it is just
so
that's
it should be
kinda it.
flying type. And I think
like I think
think-
it should. I think it should just be pure flying, but it's also just a bird. So I think
It is.
just a bird
Mhm.
is fine.
you want to just
like
put
I-
it in the animal, the bird, just a bird.
Yeah, because
Yes.
like I don't
Okay.
I don't think it's not normal. I think it's just a bird.
I would argue, and I was gonna make this a little bit earlier, but I would argue that Spiro and Firo are more different because they're just not just any bird. They're just like a weird amalgamation thing. Like I can't point to any bird in real life and be like,
They're
that's
Spiros.
a Spiro. They don't look like them though. They don't look nothing like it.
A
Or
sparrow.
what is it? A sparrow.
That looks more like Pidgey to me.
Yeah, but it's a
You know?
sparrow, bro. You don't know that's a sparrow. Where's Loomy when you need him? Look at this. Is this real?
Yeah,
This
that's
is
the
Spiro.
crest. That's Phiro's crest right there. Yeah.
Well, there you
They're
go.
they're just a bird.
I've never
You-
seen
no,
this.
I've never. No,
It's
me
a
neither,
swamp
me neither.
sparrow.
Yeah.
But
No, I think you're right, Sol. And I would argue that Firo and Spiro could have like different types, but maybe that's a different video. That would be
Yeah.
a fun video. Like go through
Every
every Pokemon,
Pokemon
that
that
should have a new type.
Should have a different type. Yeah.
That's a 10-hour video.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say let's just keep knocking out some of these easy ones.
Skitty,
Um,
Delcatty.
Swablu's kind of cool. I think Swablu makes sense as a normal because it literally loses the normal type upon evolution, but it's a blue bird
Swablu,
that has clouds. It
I'm
actually
actually-
embodies the flying type more than other normal flying types.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would actually argue that Swablu should be not normal because it's like the
agree.
epitome of a pure flying type
Oh,
Pokemon.
you're right.
it really is. It's just like I am air. I am the
good.
clouds.
No, you're right. No, that's great. I love that. I was gonna say normal type, but you're right. It literally is.
It's a
That's
bird
cool.
with
I love
cloud
that.
wings. Like,
Yeah.
that's flying type.
It's fantastical. Yes,
Uh,
Those
we've
guys.
got the Gen 4 ones. Lumi's not here, so let's disgrace them. What are
I
they
would
called?
maybe Staraptor though can be in normal type. I feel like it doesn't look so
Yeah.
much like a just bird.
Hmm,
It's got some things.
Yeah, it's
going
got some
on.
spunk to it. I think he could also have like. I guess I don't really know if we're doing it for this video because it's like. Yeah, just because it could be fighting flying. It's
No,
not.
yeah,
It's a normal
yeah.
flying, and it gets
Mhm.
the fighting flying. I would go either way. I think I still would lean animal bird. It has the crest on it, but birds have crests. I don't think it does
Yeah, I
anything
guess they
that
do.
drastic,
Mhm.
but it yeah.
I just it's like the same thing with the Spiro thing. It's like it doesn't look like any bird in normal real life
Yeah.
to me. So
I'm gonna say Bidoof is just a beaver.
Mhm.
You know, I skipped the Slackoth line, but I do feel like they're just
Yeah, just a
I think
sloth.
he's just a
Just
sloth for
a-
sure. Vigoroth.
Vigoroth.
though?
You're right. Vigoroth. Honestly, I'm gonna say Vigoroth goes to normal type. Same thing with Slaking.
Slacking for sure.
Hmm.
If anything, maybe they
He's
have like
not
a
just
fighting
normal.
type. Maybe they have a dark type. It's like you don't want to wake something up, it gets angry. But I think they're just normal types. Do you guys
I would say-
disagree with that?
I would give you Vigoroth because Vigoroth, like it's very ape-like, but it does very much look like a beast, just like a generic like unique beast. So I'd give you that one.
It's so
Slacking,
sloth.
it has kind of different elements, but it still feels very monkey like to me. Like it very much just feels like a monkey.
I despise that
gorilla.
thing, man.
I think it's got, it does, but it also has this like pig nose, and it's got like, it's got this like underjaw. I don't know. I think they still,
It's very monster vibes. I don't think it can just be a monkey, personally.
yeah.
think
I
it's
did, yeah.
something-
I agree.
There's something else going on with it.
And we skipped over, yeah. I don't know. I'm happy with this.
Yeah.
If you guys, if we can move it if you want. And I skipped over it. I don't really think we need a whole conversation, but like the Whismur line obviously is going to sound type. Easy
Yes.
peasy.
Yes.
Just trying to hit some
Exploud,
of these
though.
easy ones.
Exploud, though,
Yeah.
it is easy peasy, but that thing should at least be part dragon. To me, it should be. I don't
I
know
think
about,
no,
Why,
it would.
why
be
would
very-
you? Why would you?
No,
say
I
that?
see it. I see it. The dragon type
because
would be
it's
sick.
so lizard dragon like. That thing is it should be. To me, it's
It's
one
almost
of
like
the-
an alien.
Yeah, it doesn't get rid of the normal type though. It's not. It could be still normal because of the sound, so it's a moot point. But I just wanted to say that it should be dragon as well.
I love him, and I'm like, it would be so cool if he got something else.
To me, that fits right in with dragons. Like that thing is
Yeah.
some kind of reptilian creature.
No, I see. Kind of like how Sharpedo is like just the mouth of a shark. This
Mhm.
thing is like just the mouth of a not a dragon, not a standard like
To me, it
of like
looks,
a demon.
To me, it looks more like an ogre than a
Yeah.
lizard.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I know. I've always seen it as like a dinosaur thing.
Yeah, I think it's kind. I guess I can't even point to exactly what you're seeing, Soul, because I see it too. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I've kind of felt the same.
When you see it like front ways, that does change it a bit. But the side profile looks like lizard like to me.
Yeah, bro, some of these pictures on Bulba PD need to be up at the top.
He should never have his mouth.
Oh yeah,
closed.
like right here, dude. Man, it really is like an ogre. You're right.
Yeah, there's something about it that's like there's a big old dragon boy. Anyway,
I'll put it in the sound type.
yeah.
I'm gonna just kind of Baneri. If we
Yes.
disagree on anything, we can just come back to it. But Baneri, I think, is just an animal.
That's a bunny.
Yes,
Yep.
That's a bunny.
bunny.
I want to skip over Lopunny. I'm gonna go to.
Oh,
I'm gonna
boy.
go to what is it?
Glameow.
What's Glameow is just a cat. I think Perugly's mostly just a cat.
I'm thinking while you're doing them.
Yeah.
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 the
I'm
whole
gonna do some of these Gen 5 ones.
Yeah.
Pat Rat. Yeah.
the whole that whole line should be
Herdier.
just an
Yes.
animal.
They're the most
Herdier
basic.
is just an animal. It's the most just an animal.
Look at I mean Pidove too.
Pidov's a
these
pit, yeah.
these are just animals.
Just animals.
Even
oh my gosh,
Stoutland.
there's so many.
Yeah. But most of
Bouffalon-
these are gonna just be animals though too.
Yeah, Bouffalon. Dude, the Deerling line is so cool to me. I do like that they are normal type, and I think it does make sense. Deer
Mhm.
are you brought it up earlier, like deer being like common, or you said deer weren't common, but deer are common in the Northeast. Like they, I mean,
Wait, who said
They're-
they weren't common?
I thought Hoops was making an analogy about like squirrels being
Well,
more common than deer,
Oh, okay.
but I think deer are
mentioned-
just
yeah.
as common.
I didn't mean like
I know what you meant.
yeah.
I'm not saying you were wrong on that moment.
I guess
do
when
think
I
generally
when I
they are
said deer
common.
when I said deer, I was thinking like a moose or something, like something
Yeah.
crazy like that.
I don't think Diggersby can be there.
You don't think?
No, because those ears.
No, that's
Ooh.
true. Yeah, I'll put
It's just-
Diggersby.
Yeah, it's
fair.
fantastical. It's not just like a normal
Mm.
rabbit, you know?
Yeah.
I'm even thinking about Bouffalon a little bit, but I think it's fine. I think Bouffalon's fine. It's just the hair, so.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true actually.
but if you see a longhorn like bull, that's what they look like. Like I think
Yeah.
it's fine to be there.
It's like a bison in a longhorn.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think so I just put a bunch of Gen 5 Pokemon for listeners in the animal bird type category. Deerling line, I put the Braviary line,
Which makes sense.
and then
too.
just Bunnelby.
Mm-hmm.
I think this
all
all
those are
makes
fair.
sense.
Yeah.
Pat Rat's there.
Yes.
Yeah, that all makes sense. There's probably a couple more we could do. Yeah, I guess Lechonk I'll put in that category of animal.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll leave their evolutions for now, unless you guys want to talk about that.
Are you thinking because they should be something else? I mean, I think
don't
they could
know.
still stay normal.
I think I think they're still animals. Like they could have the ground type, but they're definitely just
they could have the fairy type though too.
Yeah,
Their
they
whole
could
thing is
for the
perfume.
cologne.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the Gen 8 squirrels in the
Yeah.
Generation 8. I'm gonna put
Worst.
Wooloo and Dubwool go to there. Weirdeer goes to normal type. It's just a bird. It's just a
It's just a bird.
it's just a deer.
Is Dubwool a soccer ball though? Because
it is a soccer ball.
I guess it's just
but
markings. Though.
it's still very
Yeah.
much just a sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We just did half the list right there in like 5 minutes. That was great. So maybe because there's a bunch of like edge cases now, right? Like Apom is an animal.
Monkey.
It is a monkey.
I think.
But I think it's just a good old normal type. It feels like they kind of elevated it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The color helps. It uses its tail as an actual hand.
Say it, Hoops.
What do you
Say it.
I don't know. To me, it feels more like. To me, it still feels just like an animal because I think what I'm looking in the normal type, as we have it ranked, to be a pure normal type, I feel like you have to be just kind of like a unique creature that can't really be identified as really anything. It's just kind of like this monster. That's kind of how I look at it.
Sure.
And
kinda
Apom is fantastical. I'll give you that.
It is.
It's still very monkey. Like it's very, very monkey.
Yeah, that's true. To me, I go back to the cartoon. I think I realized with Tandem Mouse that I'm like, oh, I want more crazy things like this. I mean, wow, this is insane. This screenshot from the Pokemon movie. Forgot that existed. I just think it's. I can't disagree with you, Hoops. I think you do.
I do disagree. I do think it looks like a monkey, right? But I think it's so different from just like its face and its tail. Like that tail thing is not a hand. It's like a blob. It's weird. It doesn't. I think it has enough qualities to not be just a normal monkey. Like
Meowth is a kind of like if we put Meowth in the normal type. I think Apom also should be up there.
Like if
Sentret.
If Panseer was here and it was a normal type, is it in here? I don't know, but I would be like,
those aren't normal types.
Yeah, it's weird that they're not, but I would.
Those
be like,
should be normal types.
Those are just monkeys to me, like with a hairdo. This thing, it's like kind of a monkey, but not really, and the color is getting me a little bit too.
Yeah, the color does a
purple
lot.
monkey.
The face does a lot. Yeah, mm-hmm. I think Apom's a straight up just classic normal type. Yeah, it's a new creature. That's what I think. It is obviously still based on a monster. But, I mean, a monkey. But
the one tier list that me and Dusty probably agree the most on is happening right now. I think that's what's happening.
Girafarig is kind of weird. I think it makes sense why it's normal type, but I like.
See
visually,
that one's hard. That one's hard because it's
visually,
I would say it's definitely not an animal, so I would put it normal type. But then I would be tempted to put it not normal type because it's psychic type.
Yeah, but I think it's normal type. What am I trying to look up here? Girafarig. I think it is normal type because it's the
half normal.
What is it called? The palindrome Pokemon. Like it literally is. It's two halves. It's like yin and yang. It's supposed to be
half normal and half. It should not be psychic, to be honest.
Yeah,
I get why it is
type
psychic.
or ghost. It should be ghost type. Well, it was originally supposed to be that.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
I feel like it should be
a connection.
Yeah,
it should be dark type, to be honest, because it's like the back half of it is like its evil half.
Your evil twin. That's basic. Right. That little ghost thing was called twins. So it's like they're literally like that's his evil twin. So it makes sense that it's normal.
This might be the situation where we're talking about like how Pokemon will get their type because of like the game they're introduced in. I feel like it got the psychic type because then it allows it to actually kind of play with the ghost type, right? Where it's like immune to the ghost type, and its normal type can't attack the ghost, but its psychic can attack it, but it's not super effective against it. It kind of, I don't know, something about that feels right, because I think the dark type would be overpowered, but I guess maybe the ghost type would be good.
The psychic comes from like it having like a connection with its other half, like they are still one.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fun fact about Girafarig as well. I don't know if I'm remembering this 100% correctly, but I guess technically it's
fun.
Not 100% a fact. But I was digging around in like beta stuff a while ago, and I believe it was the case that one of Girafarig's beta names at one point was Farigiraf, which ended up being the name of its evolution.
That's cool.
Wild if true.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Let's get a fact check. I think Girafarig is just a straight up new creature.
Yeah, normal for sure.
Yeah, it's just straight up normal type. What about Dunsparce?
It's normal.
Just
because it's like it's a unique, fantastic. I mean, I could maybe see putting it in the other type category, but there's just not enough of another type in it for me.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just like a unique creature.
I think.
No, wait. I don't.
5 years ago, I would put. I would be like, it should be a dragon. It should be a fairy. It should be a ground type. It should be flying type. But because it evolved.
It has wings.
Game
grounded flying maybe, but then there was Gligar, and they were like, no, we can't do it.
Don't you think the existence of the Dunsparce is like, and it being brand new, is kind of like an acknowledgement that this thing is truly just normal? Isn't that the whole thing? Because I hated the Dunsparce, and I'm coming around to it finally after 4 years. But I'm like, but it's like, it's just nothing. It's just normal type. But it's underwhelming.
Not because it's like, it's literally based on a snake, and there is nothing like normal looking about it. And the snake that it's based on is a mythical creature. Like, I don't know. And then it's like lives kind of in the ground. It has a drill on its tail, and it has wings, and it wants to fly. It's like screaming all these other types, but not being them, and it just being normal. For what reason, I still do not know.
To me, it's kind of just what you said. Like, there's traits there of other types, but not enough for it to leapfrog into that type. Like, it's got wings, but I don't really look at it and say, oh, it should be a flying type. It's got that drill tail, but I don't necessarily feel ground type vibes from it. So I feel like it's a case of one of those types of Pokemon that it's just like, it isn't really any type, so it has to be the normal type.
That's the worst reasoning, but you're right in a way. I think especially with the Dunsparce. Okay, like, so I'll maybe concede that. I'm not conceding it, but let's just hypothetically say I'm conceding Dunsparce is just normal. But the Dunsparce, at least, I know it's because it's more Dunsparce, but it has an even more emphasized drill on its tail. And if you look at like the Pokedex stuff about it, like, I don't know, it should at least be ground type, normal ground, which in that case, it would still be normal.
Yeah, it'd still be normal type. I think for me, it's normal type because it is a new creature. Yes, it has inspirations. Yes, it is, a snake or this or whatever, but it's still a new creature. Like, this does not, it also doesn't look exactly like its inspiration. Like, I've seen those images, those like depictions of, I forget what it's called, but like, it still looks like a new creature. And that's where I'm like, if it's a new creature, it's a beast, it's a normal type. Like, that does make sense to me.
When spotted, this Pokemon escapes by digging.
Sure, dude, I'll give it the ground type. That's totally fine. That's totally fine.
It's just like, man.
But I still think the normal type makes the most sense. I think I would like this. You know what's funny? Also, like, normal type doesn't have a lot of like physical prowess, but it is also just like we should have said this an hour and a half ago. The normal type is the master of none. It's still pretty. It's like a well-rounded. It's a well-rounded like type to have.
That's
like,
That is a great way to put it, master of none, because it's like you can look at Dunsparce. It says in the Pokedex entry, it can fly just a little. It can't fly a lot. It's not a master of flying, so it can't be a flying type. And that is probably, you could make that argument for all the other types that it maybe could be. Like it can't dig enough to be a ground type. It's not enough of
a ground type is the hard one.
It's not enough of a snake dragon to be a dragon.
I would give it the ground type. You could give it the ground type.
Look at its Pokedex entries. It literally burrows and has a whole underground maze thing. Look, it has a maze-like nest underground. Like the thing is a drill Pokemon in the end.
Yeah.
That's
totally fine. But to be honest, if it was just a ground type, I don't think I'd like it as much. You know, I think it's kind of nice that it's a normal type.
I love him so much.
To me, it just looks more like if I were to like look at it as a ground type, I feel like I would say this doesn't look like a ground type, even though it has those ground type qualities. To me, it looks like the image of that type of normal Pokemon we've been describing. That's like what is this? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
this conversation's also making me realize that if you were, and we've only done we haven't done the whole list yet, but 50% of normal types are just animals, where if you identify just things that are like brand new creatures that are the normal type, it's only a fraction, but I feel like those are the ones that actually are like kind of, I don't know if these are everyone's favorites, but they are like unique creatures. They are special, you know? Like if you remove all the animal normal types, like I'm not saying those are bad designs, but they are a little bit less inspired than the brand new concepts that Game Freak has made and given the normal type, which kind of, I think I don't know. I feel like that is what will define the normal type as we keep going.
Just last thing, it's the land snake Pokemon, but I digress.
100%. I'll give it the ground type is good. I'll give it the ground type. Normal ground is great, but it's still a normal type. I don't think it should lose the normal type.
Yeah.
Right?
If I were to do anything, I would say normal ground for sure.
Okay. Fair enough.
You know what it needs? A bunch of new evolutions. Ground flying.
But that's what's funny is that
dragon.
Instead they were like, no, we're just going to make the same thing again.
Yeah.
So it's still normal because of that. But anyway.
And I am starting to like it because it is like a serpent. I'm coming around to it.
It is.
All right. We got Porygon. What are we doing with this guy?
Mystery.
Mystery typeless. It's just
a digital
artificial.
World.
I mean, I'll add digital.
Like Porygon
artificial
in canon is like the first artificial Pokemon, like the first man-made Pokemon. And so it's like, how dare you say that's normal? That's by definition not normal.
Oh man, it's so tough. Because it is just a duck too, isn't he? But I don't know.
Oh my god!
But if we were to look at it like that, like you could say it's a duck, but like it does not, like, it's a fantastical duck at the very least.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So
I agree,
dude.
I think it's
the beta Porygon too.
Yeah, I think it's normal because it's like man did it or something like that. I don't know. It's like the human relation.
It
might have something to do with it.
To me, I think it's like it could be that, but I feel like it's also like they just didn't know where to put it, because the only other place you could realistically put it, I feel like, is electric type, because it's code.
True. But there is no other place. That's right.
The electric type
really
would be cool. Or psychic would work well for like artificial intelligence, and I don't mean that in the real world. I mean that in like sci-fi, right?
Right.
I'm gonna So if those go to the mystery typeless artificial, just kind of this weird realm, right? Mm-hmm. Where they're I think Smeargle could also go there, but I also think Smeargle is just a normal type, because it's also like, yes, it's a dog, but it's kind of just I don't know. It's a new creature. I think it's a new creature, agree. And it paints these new types, but it is not actually like embodying, like Ditto is, brand new types. It just happens to be able to create some new types. With its type.
For me, I kind of agree, because I think it would still be partially normal, but I think like it's got fairy elements to me.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just some kind of magical thing going on.
Yeah, I think about Mina, the child captain who is all about, she's a fairy type and she's a painter.
Right. But then at the same time, I couldn't be like, it's just a pure fairy. Like I couldn't
No.
look at him and being like, he's just a pure fairy. It could
No.
be, but
I think
stronger.
I think
maybe.
I do think normal fairy is like literally the best place, because I was about to say the exact same thing. Like
Mhm.
it's definitely normal type because it's more than just an animal, and like if I were to put it anywhere else, I would put it not normal because it does give off those fairy vibes. But I was gonna say like not quite. So I think normal fairy is like
Mhm.
literally the
Yeah.
perfect place for it to be.
Yeah, if it still keeps normal, we're still keeping it, I guess.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I want to
Miltank.
hear what Dusty's argument is for Miltank, because like that is
Other than it's just a
No, it's a
cartoon.
normal
That is-
type.
that is just an animal.
Yeah.
No,
It's just a
I don't
cartoon
think
cow.
it's a cartoon
Yes.
cow. I think it would be. I think it's a normal type. I think it enters into the realm of it's a normal type. Tauros
No.
is an animal. Tauros is an animal.
Yeah,
Miltank
Tauros,
is a freak of nature.
no way. That is like exactly
so.
the
Well, you
same
think it's-
as
you think-
Tauros.
No, not
Like
at
it is,
all, dude.
it is Tauros, it is Buffalant, like that is the same thing. Just because
Not
it has
at
udders,
all, dude.
guess what? Cows have udders. Like that exists
No, it stands.
as a real
No,
thing.
it's because it stands up. It stands up. It has the whole rollout motif. Its tail is weird. Like it doesn't actually have the anatomy of an animal.
It totally does.
It does
Other
not.
than it standing up, like that is a cow. Like show that to
I
anyone.
honestly-
Show that to
Tauros-
show that to some bystander on the street. They're going to be like, "Yeah, that's a cow." They're not going to be
No,
like,
but
"What
I
is
don't-
this?"
But to me, just an animal is different. This has a couple different things rolled up into it. That's why I think it like
What does it have?
transcends.
What else
Some
is
might
rolled
say
up into
rolled
it?
out.
Tell me what's rolled up
Rolled
into
out
it.
of it.
Like what is
Roll out.
what is
For
rolled up
instance,
into it other than a cow?
Whitney's attract. You've got the tail. Let's go to the Bulbapedia page.
Oh man, that's tough.
I don't know. I just think I think it's above. It's like above, or it goes past. I'm not saying it's not a normal type. I'm just saying it's not just an animal. I think
I
it
know
does something
that's
a
the
little
argument
bit
here.
different. Right.
I don't know.
I think it goes a little bit past it. A little bit past it. In the same way that Apom goes a little bit past it. Again, I was gonna say Teddy Ursa should
Okay.
go past it.
Here's what I'll say. In the Apom comparison, I could concede that to you because Apom has this
The tail.
giant tail
Yeah.
that's also a hand, so that's very
Yeah.
unique. But
Mhm.
Miltank doesn't have anything to that effect to me.
I
The
think I'm gonna have
only-
to go with hoops. I'm
The
gonna have
only
to-
thing it
Alright.
has is
Yep.
standing up, which I don't feel like is enough because it's very like
Yeah.
other than that, it's like the image of it is very cow.
The bottom line is with it, all it is it's just a cow, but it's just hyper cartoonized. Like it's just
Yeah.
a very cartoony cow.
But to
And
me, that signals
Still an animal.
it's not just an animal. It's not just
That-
an animal.
That picture of Cyndaquil is me right now with Miltank.
Bro, relax. You're farming the comments
Stop
right
that.
now.
I'm-
Stop that.
I
You're
am
farming the
advocating-
comments.
I'm
We're gonna have to
advocating
blur
for
this whole
Miltank.
section. Royce.
I wish you didn't say that, bro.
I
I don't know. This one's actually kind of sick. You see, this does not look like. I think for me, the difference is that
That's
like,
cool art, actually.
yeah, this is really good art. I don't even.
It's the best
from
I think I've
Lost
ever
Thunder.
seen Miltank.
He looks so intense. I think I just have never liked that Miltank and Tauros are like have been shipped is the wrong word, but like people, the fan theory. Actually, it's not even a fan theory. It's like Game Freak has recognized through gameplay that
Yeah.
Miltank and
Yeah.
Tauros are the male and female equivalent of a baby Pokemon that just doesn't exist.
Mhm.
And I guess that's fine, but to me, they feel. I don't know. I'm like, if they're going to be counterparts, I feel like it's not even like their anatomy. It's not like they should be like male, female, but it should be like
They
if
look
Tauros
similar.
is on all fours and grazing like a cow, I would think Miltank should also do that. But instead, Miltank is like, it's upright and it's a cartoon. They feel too disconnected. They feel like different lines. That's for me.
So this is exactly what should happen with Miltank, and it won't for a couple reasons, which is really sad. But what really should happen is there should be a pre-evolution that can evolve into either one of them based on the gender, and then Tauros should have became as a part of this part fighting type, which it can't really do anymore because the Paldean form is fighting type,
Mhm. Yeah,
and
that's
then
over.
Miltank could become a fairy type, and then you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
normal fighting, normal fairy.
Yeah, that's fun. Dude, this is pretty good art too.
Yeah, I
Miltank.
agree.
It's nice. I don't know. To me, it just screams normal type and not just an animal. That's all. Because it's stylized, it's not just an animal, is I guess my point. But Baneri,
Tough.
if I look at Baneri kind of fits the bill as well.
It's on the line, right? That's why it's very difficult to say.
Where are we putting Blissey?
Okay.
Yes, Blissey is just a fairy type. Okay,
yeah, it's got to go with Chansey.
That I would also good. I would say Azurill is tricky because like it's part fairy.
I like
type.
that it's a normal type.
It's part fairy type, so you could argue.
What should it be?
I don't know. I think actually I'm going to say
water
not
fairy.
Normal.
Like the rest?
I'm going to say not normal because I don't know. I don't have a real reason to feel that it should be normal type over the water type that it gets later on.
I mean,
no. Wait.
It's not in the water, but it is like kind of water based, isn't it? In some way.
No, So Azurill is normal fairy type. So even before the fairy type in Gen 3, Azurill was normal type, and then it evolves into Marill and Azumarill as water type. I think that's interesting, and I think what that does is, I mean, I just think it's interesting. So I like it inherently. I'm like, that's cool. I guess I don't know off the top of my head. We'll read some dex entries, but I think what it kind of does is makes the baby feel like it almost has like a purpose to it. It's kind of cool. It didn't need to happen like that, but we do see other Pokemon like Nincada or like Surskit losing a type upon evolution.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny to think like before Gen 6, it was just a pure normal type that evolved into a pure water type. Like that's actually really weird.
It's so weird.
I think if it didn't mention water in its dex entries, then it should be, but I think it does. Like there's one already I saw that said it's if it's not water based, then I get it. Okay. But if it is, then it should be water.
My read on it, I haven't read all of these like really, really closely, but just scanning the dex entries and then also my understanding of Azurill. It's a baby. What defines it as a baby? What is the baby version of these like Pokemon that like float in the water? I feel like Azurill is playing on the idea of like a little kid with a raft, with a ball, with like an inner tube. That is also how like you see Azurill in the game. A lot of like youngster trainers who are swimming with the swimmers in Hoenn have inner tubes, and then they also have Azurill. And I feel like a lot of baby Pokemon will take ideas of like what they'll take like traits that like children possess, right? Whether they're wearing like a bib or they're like, they're crying or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're inexperienced. I think the display in this line is that it is wearing an inner tube. And so it's a normal type because it can't swim. A baby can't swim.
Yeah.
It evolves into something that can swim, gaining the water type. That's my read on it.
Yeah, all that to say that it's just like a baby that can't swim.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's kind of tough. I don't know, because I'm reading the dex entries, and basically it's just like it lives by the water, but it can't swim yet. So
yeah,
that's it. That's why it's.
But
normal.
It's like what I read. I read the tail kind of like a beach ball.
Yes.
So it's like if it has a beach ball, if it has this flotation device, even if it can't swim, that implies that it's like going in the water and it floats
the fire red
around.
leaf green one.
Yeah.
But with it.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean it needs to have the water type. This is a cool dex entry from Emerald. Its tail, which is packed with nutrients, is very bouncy like a rubber ball. On sunny days, they gather at the edge of the water and splash about for fun. And I'm like, again, that is what like kids will do. They won't actually go in the water. They'll go in the water, but they're not swimming.
I think it's gotta be not normal.
I think it's a normal type. That's my official statement.
No
matter what this tier list says.
The fire red leaf green one's got it. It ends it for me.
I'm gonna say not normal. It doesn't.
Where is it?
It battles by flinging around its tail, which is bigger than its body. The tail is a flotation device in water. So like it goes in water, it splashes about with water. Like I don't know, and then it evolves into something with water. To me,
yeah, I guess you could argue that like because I think I guess Marill and Azumarill, they also have like their tails are also like buoyant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I think the difference is that like Azurill, its body is the same size. I've always liked this as its tail.
Yeah.
And so as it grows, the body changes, but the tail, the tail doesn't change at all. The tail doesn't grow. So I've always liked that a lot, how they use the tail as like as a measurement, as a scale for the body of Azurill in the art. And so to me, I'm like, it needs the tail to whatever. Anyways, doesn't matter. I like that it's a normal type. We can put it in not normal.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting Pokemon.
It's a great Pokemon.
We got Delcatty and Skitty, and yeah, I guess they are just an animal. But I do think we talked about this in one of our other deep dives, our type deep dives, where it could be a psychic type. I think it could be a fairy type. I think these Pokemon should be a fairy type, but as a secondary type, I think the normal type just works fine with them.
I would put them in just normal, to be honest, because they just feel like a
Mm.
little bit different. They have like the
more than Miltank.
Yes. Miltank's
That
just a
makes
cow.
no sense.
Skinny has like this grass tail thing that's like pretending to be grass or something, and then they have all these lunar elements to them, both of them. They give off like a fairy thing, which is like that's more than normal to me, or than
I
just
think
an animal.
I think
Sorry.
Miltank is doing the same thing, but I agree. I think they should. I think Skitty Delcatty could be just straight up normal type.
Yeah,
I would say animal, but
you
depending
got
on
to
where-
decide, Dusty.
depending on where our
No,
majority
I'm putting
is.
them in normal type. I'll
Okay,
put them in
okay.
normal type
All right.
because I think
Mm.
I think they're a little bit different. Let's see.
Spinda is a good example of an actual just normal type.
Yeah, I agree. Literally, it just spins. That's all it does.
And like it's
For
a like it's supposed to be a panda, like that's what it's named after anyway.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
that does not look like a panda bear. Like that's
Yeah,
just
no.
like a
For
kinda
me,
love
really, it's
Spinda.
just like if it's not just an animal, then I'm just throwing it into normal. Like
Yeah.
just an animal, like even Stantler and Weird Ear give me a little bit. I'm like, maybe.
Zangoose,
but-
yes. normal
Yeah.
type.
Like Zangoose, I would say is a normal type. It is whatever you could say it's based on something, but like I still think it has its own identity, and it like has. It's kind of cool that it has these like, yeah, it's got all this lore with like Seviper, but it's like, well, why is it? I don't know. I think it's cool. It's immune to poison type.
I
but it's a
want to
normal
push
type.
back that it should not be a normal type at all. But
What would you give it?
I maybe fighting, just
Yeah.
fighting, because it's just
Like
what
sword claws.
I guess it's just normal because it's kind of just an animal, but like it's a mongoose. It doesn't really look like a mongoose. It looks like a cat more. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
like.
I think you
Yeah.
could give it the fighting type. I think it doesn't. I think okay, this is good. If the most basic form of attack for any Pokemon would be using like its body as weapons, claws, teeth, right? Headbutts, body slams, right? But if those are trained in a way into like a discipline, that's where you get fighting type, right? That's where you get. Now it's like they're very accurate punches.
The thing
Right.
is, he's
Slam
like
would
always
be-
fighting with Survivor, so it's like,
Yeah, but it's fighting with its claws, right?
yeah.
It's not like it has like a specialized.
So like slash kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, slash, right? Yeah. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
A
If
lot
you
of these
guys
are
both-
reads.
if you
I
guys
don't
both
always
think
know if they're
it
like the
should be-
smartest executions if I was making my own game, but like that's how I read it.
Yeah. If you guys both think it should be normal, then that's fine. I would put it in not normal personally.
I think it's got some sauce, and maybe it should be above normal. But I think normal works. I think it's like Vigoroth. That's like I don't know. I think it works.
I mean,
And
I
it's,
like how
it's definitely more than an animal.
I like how Vigoroth and Zangoose are both white and red
Yeah,
normal type
Mhm.
beast Pokemon from Gen 3.
yeah, no, 100%.
And Spinda's
I never
kinda
made that
way,
connection
too.
until yeah.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, Spinda's kind of that way too. It's like
Damn.
there's like a theme there.
There really is. It
Oh,
rhymes.
boy.
It sort of rhymes.
Castform.
We've got
We still got a
Castform.
lot to
Okay.
go.
What do you guys think about Castform? Because I think Castform could be the mystery typeless, but I think it's a
Yes.
normal type that just happens to change its body. I don't think it's actually because it can't be any type,
I think based on what we've established the mystery type thing to be, I think it goes there because it's
Okay.
like literally the base, like Ditto.
Sure.
It's
It's a
like Ditto,
cell.
like being created into other things.
I
Yeah.
kind of would want to. I'm not necessarily like disagreeing with you, but I kind of would want to argue it to be not normal because I feel like it's based on it's based on multiple things, but
No,
it's
this is
like
good.
it's kind of like a cloud. So I feel like its base should be flying type, and then it gets flying fire, flying water, flying ice. Like
No,
to-
I
to
totally
me,
agree.
I feel
Yeah.
that's a little more fitting than the normal type.
Wait.
definitely
actually-
the normal type. Yeah.
However, it's
Mm.
also
I'm sorry. Go back. What type did you say the primary type should be?
flying because it's like
Yeah,
a
flying.
cloud.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I will also say it's also based on these like dolls from Japan that they're meant to like bring about good weather or promote
Yeah.
promote good weather. So they're not just, it's not just a cloud, it's like a doll kind of.
Yeah.
And in that sense, it does make sense for it to be normal type.
It also learning a lot about the weather because of winds and waves, but heat makes weather essentially. So the heat and the water forming together just brings me back to it being like a base of something that can become other things. Like Dusty was saying, like a potential. That's like a potential type. I think that's why it has a normal type. But I think that your flying type thing might be better because it's like literally based on a cloud.
Because
cloud.
it's a cloud, and then to your point, what you're saying, like flying type can also be air, and it's the air that like causes a lot of that, like the temperature of the air and like the moisture of the air. Because like clouds are literally just like it's like moisture in the air that kind of clumps together. So
yeah, some of these dex entries are really cool. It says like recently its molecules were found to be just like water. It didn't say to be water, but that would be kind of interesting if its base type was water, and then it could become either pure ice or
I was thinking
like dual type,
but then
like water, fire, water,
flying.
ice.
Flying
Yeah,
makes sense. Especially because
I do like flying.
The cloud is present in all of its forms too.
Yeah.
I think yes, I'm with Hoops on this now.
Yeah, no, that's a really cool idea. Especially like if we're gonna give Swablu pure flying, I think Castform kind of fits that as well. That's fun. I like that. Kecleon can change its type, but so can Greninja, so can Meowscarada with its ability, right?
If you got Lickitung in normal, this has to be somewhere else too.
So Kecleon is like the literal interpretation of the phrase like chameleon, as in like you can become like anything.
Sure.
Like if you describe someone as a chameleon, they can be like any personality. And so like that's kind of its vibe. And so again, it's like a type null or an Eevee or something like that can become any type, but it's very different from those Pokemon too. Like it's not the type of Pokemon that transforms. It's just kind of like it just kind of becomes different types. And so I feel like based on what we've talked about, like something like Mystery makes sense, but I don't get the Mystery vibe from it necessarily. So in a sense, it does kind of feel better that the normal type is the base type. And
I think the normal type makes sense.
It's weird.
It's just a Kecleon. Or a chameleon. Just a chameleon.
Right. It's just like I do feel like normal type is the way to go personally, but like I just can't help but see the irony in like it feels like we're establishing all of these rules, but then for every rule we establish, there's a Pokemon that like breaks that rule that's in the normal type. So there's just like no consistency.
It's weird. We're just establishing as we go, but it's not us making it up. It's kind of we're trying to figure out what the intent was.
Right. It's kind of like these things that like they have established. And so like to our point before, it's like we established this idea that like there's some normal types that can become a bunch of other types, and so they should kind of have this like mystery typeless thing to them as opposed to the normal type. But then to me, Kecleon doesn't feel like it should have a mystery typeless type. To me, it feels better as a normal type. So I think there's just a lot of these like weird contradictions with like what normal type Pokemon are. And it's
That's
just
probably
funny.
because it's just a chameleon.
Yeah, it's just like it's just I think it just speaks to like the normal type being the obligatory like it literally is like the miscellaneous type, just like anything that just doesn't make sense goes to the normal type, and so the normal type ends up not making any sense.
It's so weird that he like really does changes like DNA though, similar to Ditto, right? So that might deserve a different deep dive. I'm just gonna put it in normal type because I think it is also separate enough from like a chameleon. But yeah, I'll put it in normal type. We gotta get through some of these. There's a lot of different forms in here, but we should get through some of these. Maybe we do some of these. Maybe let's wrap up the birds. Well, actually, so we have Happiny. What do we? I think Happinny's a normal type. I don't think it's a fairy. I still think Chansey should be a normal type because it's a weird like, what do you call it? Like an axolotl monster egg thing. I think I think Happiny is straight up a normal type.
The only thing I would concede is that they could be normal fairy, but I truly do like they're all about like emotions and happiness and stuff like that, and they're just these pink balls of joy.
Yeah,
like that screams fairy type.
Nurse joy.
So
right.
like
nurse
joy.
joy. Fine.
I think it should be. I think it should be because it's like a little fairy creature, like literally a little fairy creature.
Yeah. Chatot, just a bird.
Sound
type. Yeah, sound type.
Yes,
and just a bird.
Actually, a lot of these we've already done before. We got Ambipom. We're gonna put Ambipom in just the normal type.
Yeah.
The fighting is also an option, but I guess it would be normal fighting.
Yeah, I think it has to have the normal because it slams, but it doesn't have any discipline. You know. Like it's not training, right? To be
right.
Yeah. Baniri, I guess I was skipping over, but it is. I mean,
Lopunny is. I would say it's normal.
Okay,
because it's way different than just a bunny.
Yeah,
like it's an animal. It's a human bunny.
I don't know. I don't want to spend too long on it, but I feel like if we put that there and we don't put Miltank up there, then it's a little. They're kind of the same thing to me.
No,
I do know what you're saying.
Miltank is not a humanoid. Like Miltank is
right, but it's a stylized cow, and this is just a stylized rabbit. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I'm with him.
I would say Lopunny is stylized way more than Miltank is.
No, I think they're both stylized in different ways, but we gotta. We're gonna spend 20 minutes on every single thing.
Yeah.
I
guess
know.
we can put it up there. I guess.
I mean,
I do see that it's I do see. I guess it is an animal still.
It's just a rabbit, really. Like that could stand. That's standing up. Like
because its mega evolution gets the fighting type, and so that's a little bit.
That is literally a person. That is a girl that went to her yoga studio and she did like yoga.
I'll concede Mega can be in the normal, but normal Lopunny should just be a rabbit. I think.
Yeah,
is it not just a rabbit?
I guess the more, and I think the
I've
colors
never seen it as a. I really don't see it as a human. I really see
to
it
me.
As
I never have either.
To me, that's no different than Apom.
Depends on what website.
Like
you're on.
if Apom is a normal type, then this is a normal type. Like I think.
But then wouldn't Miltank?
No, Miltank
be a normal type.
Miltank is just an animal. Like,
just give it to him. I can see what you're saying. It's so elongated. I don't know.
Here's what I'll say.
It's a lot different.
If you will give me normal type, if you guys both feel the same way about Miltank, you can do what you want with Miltank.
Oh, thank God! All right.
For the record,
I agree with you.
So much better. That just feels so much better. I don't know. That feels actually no. This does get a little tricky because now I'm looking at Perugly, and I'm like,
I know. I thought that too, but
Perugly, that also has kind of an ogre look to it.
He's just a fat cat, though.
When you take the tail off, it's just a cat. It really is.
But isn't that like the whole thing that like the tail? Yeah,
but the tail is it's just the tail.
I know, but the tail has the whole thing to it. Kind of like I listen, chat. I know we're not being super consistent. It's tough.
We can't be. This is hard. You guys try it.
The normal type is not consistent. That's what we've learned today.
Absolutely.
It's weird.
I think Perugly could be somewhere else. And honestly, even Bouffalont has a lot of different.
Don't go back.
It.
This is a.
No, I know, but
don't go back.
I'm just addressing it. Those could be the normal type.
Yeah.
Go down. All right.
Go down.
Munchlax,
We got baby Snorlax. I'm gonna put him as
Munchlax
is a normal. Licky. Honestly, the more I see like the eating motif, I'm like, it really is a fairy type. It's just it wants to eat puff pastries and stuff. But I still think it's a normal type. So I'm gonna put Licky with Lickitung.
I probably would have put it in not normal too, but it does get harder with that one because it doesn't look as much like a lizard or a dragon or anything.
Yeah,
it's more fairy maybe than anything.
Yeah, like maybe it could have gained the fairy type upon evolution.
Yeah.
Porygon Z. I'm gonna put that with the other Porygons in mystery and typeless, artificial.
Yeah.
What about? We have stereo Rotom now.
Easy sound type.
Okay. Well, yes, but just Rotom in general, it is kind of interesting. I'm like. I know Rotom's not a normal type, but I'm like, it can alter its, it's just kind of cool. It reminds me of
the reason that it is here is because it's the sound thing.
Yeah.
Like that's just the reason.
That's true. Regigigas.
That's a normal type.
Just that's straight up
mystery.
I think it's kind of the mystery type. I think it's like, it's a legendary creature. It is, because it's like we have the elemental golems and they all have their own powers. Why is he the normal type? He should
he's
be
just like an Arceus thing. It's like he's all the types kind of thing. But not really.
So I'd put him in mystery for that.
He's not all the types, but you know what I mean. It's just so many types all into one. I mean, you could argue grass, but
it kind of speaks.
I like the moss on him.
Like, to me, I just get the vibe of like it's this creature that's just like, it's like a Snorlax or a Lickitung or something like that. That's kind of the vibe I get from it. And I do get the, like,
for sure,
there's the all the different types sort of element with it. But to me, normal is a type, and so it represents the normal type. Like, it is the normal type Reggie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't support. I think it goes in mystery, because it's not just normal. It's like the king of them all for a reason. There's a reason, right? And the reason has got to be that it's the base,
the colossal Pokemon. Regigigas in the form of a stone of life.
But then it's like, if you say,
dude, you know what? Is it marble? Is he made of marble? Like a, you know, and instead of depicting him as another rock, right? Because they're all golems. They're all created. Could Regigigas be? I guess I think about marble. I think about marble statues in the image of, you know, humans. Like I guess I could kind of see the normal type in that regard.
If you say that Regigigas is a mystery type, then there would still have to be a normal type Reggie anyway, because there's Reggies of all the types theoretically. So like there's still going to have to be a normal type Reggie anyway, and you're not going to say like what would make that Reggie different from Regigigas. Like I don't have the answer to that, so therefore
it's a rhetorical question.
To me, this mystery type is still the normal type. It's just in a different way. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
I'm trying to I can't really get anything from the Dex entries either. I remember talking about Regigigas in an old deep dive podcast about the Reggies, where we talked about, I feel like it had a special, it's got like a almost like a hidden it almost has like a hidden form. I think it's because like all the Reggies, they're a power source. They're like a bundle of energy, right? And then and that's like stored within, or like put into them to give them life almost. I look at all of Regigigas' like different eyes, and I'm like, those are all the different powers potentially within it. So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. I do tend to think it would be. I don't really know. What is chat? What do you guys think in the comments? Let us know.
Yeah,
I think
it's one
to
on
be
the
consistent,
fence for sure. There's a few that are on the fence, right? Those are the ones we're spending the most time on, and I think it could be either or, but I think mystery really fits because it just is fitting this whole archetype of Arceus, Terapagos, Ditto, like even maybe if cast form if we had put it somewhere else, you know, like these are the same kind of thing where they become other things. So even though it doesn't become it just is like the master of it.
Yeah. You guys are probably going to say this is fairy type, but I think Audino is also normal type.
It's either normal or not normal because it's fairy.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. It does evolve to be a fairy type.
Like it mega evolves to become a fairy type. So, and I would argue personally that it could very well be at least part fairy type. So yeah, it's either in the normal category or I guess not normal, but I think I would be fine with it being normal fairy like it's mega. So I think normal. Just
you want to know? You want to know why? It's the Jigglypuff effect. So this thing has. You see these things that it has on its ears or whatever. Is it stethoscope?
It could be sound type.
It's a sound type. It's a sound based Pokemon.
Yes. I think so they're based on. They are stethoscopes, but
yeah, it's got to be sound type then.
They're based on cochlear implants, which are like, you know,
which is hearing, which is sound. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So it's got to be sound type.
Yeah. I guess it is technically healing for that regard. Yeah, the sound type actually would make sense.
Look at, she's listening to the baby in the egg.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
It should be fairy though, but that's another video.
Yeah. The fairy type. I think the normal type still makes sense though. Yeah.
Okay, this is like a very,
He didn't
very
know.
sound-based Pokemon, though.
Yeah.
Oh, right here. Audino's sense of hearing is superb. Not even a pebble rolling over a mile away will escape Audino's ears. That's from Pokopia.
And
Sound
that's
type.
why it's a normal
Sound
type.
type. Yes, sound type. Sound type. Sound type.
Perfect.
You should
That's
even
good.
put the Mega in there.
Honestly,
in the
yeah,
sound type.
I'm gonna. That's good. All right. Let's do some more of these sound-based ones. We've got
That's easy.
Meloetta.
Meloetta. It is
And-
crazy. It is crazy how if the sound type were an actual type, it would legitimately have enough Pokemon to like fill
Oh,
out
for
a
sure.
whole roster.
For
Yeah.
sure.
You wouldn't even have to make a new one. Like it
And there's
already-
Pokemon that are not even on this list that would be considered the same.
Yeah.
Can we do that for a video? I know we've done this like a million times, but
We just
It
do
would be kinda
this,
fun.
This same thing, but just sound type. We'll
yeah,
pull them
yeah.
up and put
in the
them
tier, like in the tier list format, to just see
Like
all
sound type,
Pokemon. Yeah,
kind of sound type, not sound type. Yeah.
yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, so these are Meloetta. They're just like dancers, pop star dancers. That makes sense.
Singers.
I guess I wanted to talk about.
Why did you leave him?
No, because the other
He's
ones are
just a
fire
normal bird.
type.
He's just
You're just a
bird.
little bird.
What is this thing called? Help me out.
Finch. Finch.
What?
maybe?
Why is
Why
it?
am I blanking on it?
I'm thinking Talonflame, but that's the evolution.
Oh, it's fletching.
Yes,
Fletchling.
Fletchling.
Yeah, Fletchling.
I thought you were talking
So-
about the real bird.
Oh no. Yeah, a little tiny
It's a
robin Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think.
It looks just like the bird it's based on. By
Yes.
the way.
Yeah,
So
I
This
think
is
this.
a Rookie D situation.
Wow.
friends.
Yeah, you're right. This is similar to Rookity. You ever notice how like even its eye looks like a little bird?
Oh,
Yeah.
I never looked
How
at it
cute
like
is
that.
yeah, that's
It's a
amazing.
penguin.
Yeah, it looks like a little penguin. I do think this could be not a normal type, but maybe it is a normal type because it is a fletchling and it can't like
Yes.
it's still just too basic, you know? Like it hangs
Mhm.
out in the nest, you know?
The
It's
funny
young-
thing is though, is if this came out in Gen 8, it 100% would be pure flying type because it would be the Rookity situation where it gains a
Yeah.
secondary type. So they
Yeah.
didn't want to make it change types; they just wanted to add the type.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
like
kind
this
of-
though. We're seeing a pattern that I don't think I totally realized before of a Pokemon like a Zurill starting it as a normal type and then evolving to gain the elemental. That's cool. And I'm starting to see like all Pokemon start as normal. Everything starts as normal type, everything ends up like a crab. That's the spectrum here. That's the spectrum.
What?
So that's like an internet phenomenon that like all I feel like it's like all evolution, like evolutionary speaking, it's like everything will evolve to adapt and get and become basically and gain the traits of a crab. I don't even know where that like originates
So-
from, but I've seen that meme online.
I've
so
never
are,
heard that, but that's
are
hilarious.
crabs like the peak of evolution? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
saying?
Yeah,
Apparently.
exactly. So yeah, look at we're halfway there.
Can you
dude.
can you go down to its dex entries just for a second? Because I'm like, maybe if this counts, then maybe I should have put Azurill
Yeah.
Azurill high,
Oh.
like into normal.
This might be nothing, despite the beauty of its lilting voice.
Well, yeah, of course.
Sound type. It's merciless to intruders that enter its territory.
Mm-hmm.
Send
Oh, they send signals to one
beautiful
another.
Chirps.
That's kind of cute.
Sound type.
Okay.
It does say something about
Soft.
being burned.
Melodious
Hmm.
cries.
So
Apparently,
it does have some fire elements to it. Dang.
yeah, but it can be warm, but it doesn't need to, you know.
No,
Like-
I'm saying that maybe Azurill should be.
Oh, sure,
should be
sure.
normal.
Because it would be consistent here.
Yeah.
But
don't
here's
know,
what
wait
I
till
would
we watch.
argue. Half of these are talking about its chirps and its cries. So
So it's sound.
a
type.
bird.
so that could be the justification for the normal type.
Yeah.
Put it in sound. it in
Honestly, yeah, let's
sound.
put it in sound type. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we got the Litleo line. I think
These
these
guys-
make sense.
I
As a
think
normal,
I
These are
think they're
just
not.
animals.
I think they're not normal. I think they should just be pure fire.
Wow.
no,
Because
I
unless
think-
you want to argue the sound type thing again with its roars,
Roaring.
like,
yeah,
why else does
I'll
it have
do that.
the normal type?
they're all sound type. No, you're absolutely right. I was just gonna say, they are just animals because I do think. I don't know. I'm not saying this is good or bad, but I think the whole line is consistent with what we've talked about. If these Pokemon are dual normal and fire type, I think that is represented in their design very obviously by their whole body being just a lion, and you see the fire concentrated, not in their entire body, but concentrated in their mane, which is also their power, which is also like for signaling, which is also their head, their voice, the crown. It's consistent. Part of their body is elemental, but they are primarily a normal type. And you're right. This a normal type. I mean, these could also be a sound type. I'm totally down with that.
Yeah, I do see what you're saying with the like them being just lions, but then I feel like there are a lot of pure fire types that you could argue that for as well that aren't normal type. Like Growlithe in that sense should be part normal type, or
no, because its whole body has red. Its whole body is like. I think its whole body does the fire thing. Maybe,
but that's just because that's just because it's like orange though. That's not really because it's got anything. Like it's not on fire. It's not like it's Ponyta where it literally has fire on its body.
Right.
It's an animal that is basically just the animal that it's based on.
Sure.
So like to me, it's like if
no, I know what you're saying. This is good. We could do the fire version of this, and like I think it's worth a conversation.
For sure,
I do think it's worth a conversation.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I would just say that I'm like, again, I'm not like obviously they're not going to retcon stuff frequently, but I think like with the creation of this Pokemon, they were like, well, maybe you get it earlier in the game. Well, maybe it's normal type, right?
I mean,
I think
yes.
I think the concept is consistent through the design. Not just it mechanically, but through the design. I just think it's consistent is all. Because I think you're right. I think Ponyta could be a normal type for, right?
Well, no, I would argue the opposite. I was saying that Ponyta makes sense as a pure fire type because its body is literally on fire. With Growlithe, it's like its body's not on fire. It's kind of just a dog, so it's very much like Litleo.
Yeah, that's true. And Vulpix as well. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
I'm looking through all its dex entries and nothing mentions sound at all.
Well, but it roars. It doesn't mention the roars?
Nope. Not really.
The male with the largest mane of fire is the leader of the pride. Spews hot flames. Yeah, wow.
It's more about the mane than anything.
So maybe that's just like a fan invention.
Yeah, I think so. Like it's just because it's a lion, but
so in that case, I would argue not normal.
Well,
in that case. That'd be my pick.
Okay, so it's a normal type. I don't think it's a complete fan invention because it learns moves like Noble Roar. It learns moves like Echoed Voice, Hyper Voice. It does learn these sound-based moves. So those are sound-based moves, but it doesn't have the type.
Right. I think personally it's a normal and fire type. I think it's just a normal lion with a mane, but it is also a fire type. Yeah. And Litleo especially is very normal.
Wait, then wouldn't it be if it's just a lion, then wouldn't it be animal?
It could be.
Kind of, yeah.
I think
I guess that is consistent.
Yeah.
All right, shoot. All right.
Beautiful.
See, to me, the colors throw me off and do a lot for me because I'm like, I see the bright mane and I'm like, oh, that's so pretty, but I guess that's the fire type, right?
Yeah, it's because it's a dual type. If there was another type, I would obviously argue for it not being normal. But yeah,
and I think this is also consistent to what is it, the Deerling line, which we kind of brushed over.
Yes.
Or any of these other ones. I know I threw up a lot of these like quickly.
I was thinking about each one as you threw them up, so I have no qualms.
I'm just wondering if they should if any of them should be sound type. Is kind of what
the Deerling line is actually like the best comparison. And it's weird because it's like I totally agree with you with Deerling. I had no disagreements there, but like for some reason like Litleo feels different, even though it's like the exact same concept.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's funny.
All right, let's keep going through these. We got to get through these.
Almost.
I think Helioptile and
not normal.
Heliolisk. Not normal.
They should be pure electric or electric fire.
Yeah, I agree.
Fire? Oh, because the sun.
Because the sun, yeah.
At least Heliolisk. Nice. I think both of them, I agree. Not normal with both of them. The thing doesn't even look like a lizard. But I guess it could.
It's literally like Helioptile is literally like a puppy dog lizard.
Yeah, I could see that being it.
It is not like it's not even like just an animal. Like it's like it's not just an animal. It's not yeah, it's not normal to me because like I've never been able to like find a good justification for why it would be normal.
All right, that's fine. Not normal. That's fine. What about Picky Peck? Because it's got that whole line as the normal type, normal flying. They obviously have
Literally,
heat. I think
they're
it should have
animals.
fire type.
I would say animal.
Yeah.
Bird.
Okay. that
You're
sounds
saying for Toucanon should be fire type. It should be, but it should still be normal. I don't know.
Yeah.
It would lose flying maybe because it's literally just a toucan still.
I'm with you. That sounds good.
You
What
should,
about
you should knock out all of Furfrou and just put it in the,
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's like
I
a
think
whole
it's
row.
Okay. I think it's just an animal. I think
It is.
I think it is stylized enough to be like, well, it's actually, and it has a gimmick. And I'm like, I think you could just
But
make it a
at
normal
max,
type.
it's normal and fairy at maximum. It's just a dog, and then it has
Yeah.
fairy like because of the dressing up. You know.
Yeah.
If in
No,
a
you're right.
in a perfect world where like we actually did something cool with it,
They all get a
every
new
one of
type.
its forms would get a new type. But
That would be sick.
we don't live in a perfect world. So
They could
we
do
can't
so many
have
cool
nice
color
things.
They could have so many cool like type combinations.
In a
For
perfect
real.
world, we'd have enough time to give them all different types, but we
Yeah.
don't. 'Cause-
I'm gonna put Tandem Mouse in the normal type
yeah.
because I was saying that from the
But
beginning.
wait, just animals though? Just animals though?
I don't think they're just animals.
Okay, just because we
This-
put Miltank
This is the
there, that's
Miltank thing.
only
I'm like,
reason.
it is
Yeah.
so stylized that I think it should be its own thing.
Miltank is not
I
that
don't-
stylized though.
It is so
just
stylized.
saying.
It
No,
is-
I see Miltank
What
as the same as
pink
them.
cow have you ever seen?
Just because they have a different color, that's not style. I mean, that's like
Sure,
so
not
that's
alone.
so surface level.
Not alone, because you're right. Rattata's right there and it's purple, but I do think Miltank is weird and should be a normal type.
You're just hating on the udders. You're just hating
I'm
on
not.
the udders, dude.
The udders, listen, the udders are the best part. The udders are great.
Whoa,
Um,
clip that.
What? All right, we got. What about? I'm jumping around. Komala, that's just an animal, right? I mean,
Yes.
It does have a thing
Yeah.
to it.
Just an animal.
It does,
But
but
it's just a
it's
koala.
not even part of it. Unless it's the log. Unless the Pokemon is the log.
Yeah,
But then it's just a normal log. I mean,
I'm
what
gonna
are we
put
what are we
Squawkabilly up here as well, just a
Yes.
bird.
Yes.
And then
It
we
is.
got. I guess we got Gumshoes.
Those are
and-
just
Yeah,
monkeys.
those are just
Mongooses?
Mongoosen.
Okay. What about Chinchino and
Ooh.
Chinchino and Minchino?
I would actually argue those are normal type because
I agree.
I don't feel like they're based on chinchillas, but I don't like look at it and say, oh, that's a chinchilla.
At
Hot
least
take. I actually think, and when we're talking about like Generation 5 Pokemon being like counterparts to Gen 1, I actually think Minchino, low key, Pikachu clone. I think it is so cute, adorable, giant eyes. Yes, it's not electric type, but it's just
I
like
saw someone.
it's,
I
a
saw
it's like a
someone-
little mouse thing.
I saw
Cute,
someone say that it's supposed to actually be like a Clefairy clone, and I was like,
Oh, I could see that.
I could see
I was like,
that.
I could kind of see that.
Yeah. Meh. Yeah.
It's not
I-
one to one, but
I want
It's-
to argue
it's got
that
the
the
type,
first.
but
I want to argue
visually-
that the first stage should be. I don't know, because the second stage actually looks more like a chinchilla.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. I guess it could be just an animal. But
What's weird is it's just an animal. Maybe it doesn't look like it's animal, but it is just a little rodent. I don't know.
yeah. But
It's
I'm trying to like it's like just like the inspiration is only one part of it because they're all everything in the normal, like literally everything in the normal type tier is inspired by something. Like, but it's like, what does the design do to make it feel either mundane or, separate? Yeah, I guess it is just like a normal. I don't know. It has this like
I
purity
could-
to it.
I
It's all
could
about
maybe-
like cleanliness. It's nice.
I could maybe see Minchino being an animal, but Cinchino
Yeah.
is definitely normal type to me.
yeah,
Because I just
think
looked up
love
I just looked
Minchino.
up a chinchilla picture, and it does look like a chinchilla.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll move it
is.
to the animal section, dude.
I
Literally
have
every
more of a
normal
problem
type
with
is-
gumshoes, like because it's kind of like a detective.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Listen, let's do it. I kind of agree. I was thinking of it too. Because he stands upright. He's got the hair.
It's
He's
not.
got a different posture. It's not just a mongoose.
Yeah, it's not just a mongoose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah.
If we have
Right.
the other, we got Lopunny.
We're just trying to be consistent. I don't
Yeah.
care for the design, but
We got Kecleon up there for some
it's kind of
reason.
like it's kind of like the masculine Lopunny. I will give you that.
Damn, yeah.
Exactly.
We've got.
No, these are.
There's not. Yeah, there's some
What
weird
do we
ones here.
what do we want to do with Smoliv?
Yeah,
we
I was
talked
gonna
about
say I think it should just not be a normal type. I
I
think
would.
you can make
agree.
the explanation for it, but if you guys are knocking down a Zuril, there's no way. There's nothing normal about Smoliv.
Yeah. The only argument that I think makes sense is like olives are common, but
Yeah.
I don't feel like
But not
that's
in New
enough.
Hampshire, not in so many other parts of the world.
I don't
right?
I don't feel like that's enough.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
like,
but the thing is, it's in its region though. You can't. I don't think you can use the other parts of the world as an excuse because in Spain they are normal. So I don't know. That's
yeah,
tough.
I would.
I think Arboliva for sure should not be. But
because I want to like go through every Pokemon now and be like, okay, well, this Pokemon
that's true. We could
in this region, is it normal?
Yeah.
Is that why it should be normal? Like I don't.
That's a big reason why the Squawkabilly is there too, because they were like invasive birds that are there. But anyway,
then
yeah,
it
this
should
is going
not be
deeper.
normal.
Yeah.
Squawkabilly should not be normal
Or
because
it's become
invasive.
normal.
But it
Yeah,
is now
it-
normal. They're everywhere now, so it's like it's
Yeah.
commonly everywhere. So
It just
guess,
feels like
yeah.
relative to like I'm like I don't know.
no, it's tough. It's tough. This has been a very hard thing to do. I would say.
Honestly, yeah.
I thought it was going to be easier, but
Me
this
too.
is difficult.
Yeah.
All right, Oranguru. I do think it kind of functions as just like a plain.
Because he's just a monkey.
Well, its whole
Just
thing
an
is that it's like a
monkey.
genius, and that is so intelligent, and it's like it communicates, and it's supposed to be like it can communicate like a human.
It's the Pyroar thing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it has
true.
access to like psychic powers. It's like a fortune teller. It can communicate. So it's psychic type. It's intelligent, but
But also, it's just an orangutan.
it's just a monkey. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just an orangutan. So I think the normal. Well, I don't know. I think the design is
Different.
more
enough.
than just like an animal. Like the animal.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I think halfway through this list, the animal bird tier, to me, that is like you're kind of lacking in design. You're kind of just an animal. And I do think a lot of these later entries feel a little bit more inspired. I'm not disagreeing with anything in particular because I'm like the Litleo line. I probably would just put that in the normal type. Or Braviary, honestly. Braviary,
Yeah, Braviary
but it
looks
is
like a bird that
Yeah.
exists.
it does.
I think only if we're putting Oranguru up there, we might have to move Pyroar.
Then we can put an Oranguru down here in the animal tier.
All right.
It could go to sound type because if it has like high communication, I'm like maybe it's speaking. That's like,
yeah,
but it's not. I don't think it's actually speaking though.
yeah.
Okay, another great normal type I think is the Beware line. That's like a cartoon. But it's a
Is
stuffed
it?
animal. It's not.
Is it a
literally
great
the
normal
animal.
type?
I
I
think
don't know
it
if
is.
this is normal. Maybe it's fairy fighting. Like it's a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
It's not normal. I don't know.
No, but when you say it's not, oh yeah, it's funny. Every time you guys say it's not normal, I hear it's something completely different. I'm like
in this
it
case,
is a normal type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this case,
no,
I'm
I
just
think-
like thinking of what could be better than normal for it.
I think that
I could see
I think it's a
fairy.
stuffed
I-
animal.
I-
It's not.
I-
There's nothing magical about a stuffed animal. Let it be a normal.
It's a
type.
stuffed animal that's alive. It came to life.
Well, but that's why
Like,
it's the fighting
literally
type.
a stuffed animal.
Or honestly, I would get rid of the. I would just make them normal fairy. I think the normal type makes sense on them. It's like Tandem Mouse. They're cartoons. It's brought to life.
There's some magic here, and I don't know what it is, but it's not
Yeah, that's
normal.
That is true. Why would it have the fighting type then? The fighting type does kind of feel weird.
Yeah.
Do you guys disagree? Do you guys?
I'm waiting for
I
proofs.
mean-
I don't know. I don't really know.
I'm
Genuinely
trying
do
to
not know.
I'm trying to break it down. Basically, I don't disagree that they have the normal type, but I could see other things like fairy taking its place. As far as the fighting type goes, I think the best explanation could be that it likely took this is a more technical reason, but it likely took the place of an Alolan Snorlax that was fighting type that was going to
Yeah.
happen at one point. That was
Oh, that's
supposed to be.
hilarious, yeah.
It was likely supposed to be Hala's signature Pokemon or one of Hala's
Yeah.
Pokemon. So this basically took its place, and so they gave it the fighting type to do that. Is kind of the best explanation I could come up with.
Wait
That's
a
like
second. Wait a second.
That's
Anime
Wait a second.
protagonist.
What is
Where-
this, dude? It's
Anime
been 3,000
protagonist
years.
where-
What is this? Dude,
Where does
he's
that
been-
even come from?
I have no
I
idea.
think go. I think go.
He's travel. This is crazy. I need
That's
this.
hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
All right,
yeah.
we got to make a decision. I would say not normal, personally. You guys go.
I think I would just say normal type.
It's a normal type. I'm like, if we're doing an episode about like retyping stuff, maybe I'd get in the weeds. I think it functions as a normal type. It could be represented as a different type, but I still think it's a normal type. If anything, I'd get rid of the fighting type. That's what I would get rid of.
Fair enough.
For competitive, obviously, fighting.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, yeah.
We're
but
not
I'm
thinking
just
about
like,
that.
yeah, like I think to me it reads like a normal fairy.
Mhm.
Like I think the normal makes sense. It's a stuffed animal. It doesn't. It just sits in the corner. It's normal, right? It's a Toy Story. So
Yeah,
normal type.
I could see that.
Sil Valley type null. We talked about this.
Yes.
Yeah, they
That's
should go
going to
straight.
the potential type.
The every type.
Yeah, I guess there's a couple more, and then Farigiraf. Are we going to put that with
Yeah, same.
With
just
As
same thing with
Girafarig.
Girafarig? That's good.
Mhm.
I like that. All right, we're getting to some of the weirdos now. Let's do one of the most boring ones. Indeedee. Why does this exist? Why is it a normal type?
I think
Why is it a normal type?
Why is it psychic?
because
type?
it's I would
Let's
say
go to its
so
page.
I would say Indeedee is a normal type on the tier list because I'm assuming the normal type comes from the fact that they're like a butler and a maid,
Yeah,
which is like
Just like kind of average or whatever.
normal
Just like-
coded, I guess.
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, they feel like the normal type category because they're like very
Yeah.
not just an animal. Like it's kind of more unique.
Sure. Yes. No. That's
Definitely not
good.
just an animal.
That's why it's a normal type. All of its dex entries just talk about it like its emotions, and I'm like, okay, that's the psychic type. That's
Or the
great.
fairy type.
Yeah, but the psychic type works. You're right. Fairy type could also work.
Fairy type
I
is
think about, like,
usually the
Latios.
emotions type.
I think it can kind of go both ways because you got things like Latios, right? Which is like, again, it can like communicate, or it's about, I don't know. Yeah, like high emotional intelligence, right?
I think they're psychic because they're high intelligence. Period. But yeah, I
Yeah.
guess emotional intelligence could work. I would say they're not normal. I think they get the normal
Yeah.
thing just because they're just like those
like,
get
what is
thrown
this?
into this group for some reason.
Yeah,
They're just
I think,
humanoid.
I'm gonna.
So they-
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I'll put them in not normal. I don't. No, I would put no. I'm going back. I don't like these Pokemon, but I think because they're normal type, I
Oh, yeah,
guess
they
they're
do
just
definitely have
plain
to
old
there.
normal types because they're just like these weird creatures and they are unassuming. They're not it's not like finding a wild Alakazam or a Metacham, right? Something that's like capable. These are just like they're just in this, they're like in the town. They just exist.
I think
Right?
this is kind of
Non-threatening.
So I'm about to contradict myself a little bit because we just talked about how we feel like Smoliv and that line is not normal because they just don't feel like that's
Yeah.
the case. And we talked about why they
did just
feel
do this, yeah.
they're probably the normal type because olives are common in Spain. Well, I think the exact same thing is happening here with these guys because
Don't
I
you
feel
have a
like-
satyr in your house? Everyone has one.
no. So, but maybe not here, but in
Galar, yes.
in the UK,
Yeah.
like everyone's got a butler and a maid. Like that's the.
Is that a
that's
real
the
thing?
vibe.
No, but that's like the historical.
Toby's
you know what
rich.
I mean? Yeah, it's a stereotype essentially.
Yeah,
sure.
That's what it is, and they
Right.
come from that, and that's probably where it all comes.
So
from.
like
But
all
I
that
don't
to
think that
s-
they should be normal.
all
type.
that
You're right.
to
No, you're right.
say-
Like a household, like they just hang. Yeah, they're
Right.
a family. They're
so
just,
like I was gonna say they should be normal type, but then like through that argument, I would have to say they're not normal type
I agree.
because that's the same thing we said with Smoliv. So,
I agree. No, I agree.
Beautiful.
All right, we got Hisuian Zoroark or Zoroark.
I was
Nope.
like, wait.
I get these mixed up.
Okay,
I don't
this
know
one's
why these are-
hard because
Yeah.
I was just about to say not normal type, or I was just about to say normal type, I should say, but trying to think about why they're normal type, I can't come up with a reason, and that's probably just because I'm ignorant to their
Yeah, that's
inspiration or whatever.
pretty much the same here.
Um, but I'm just
Wait, don't look at a picture. We need to know information. We are clueless. We are lost.
Yeah, my read is that they're like becoming extinct. Isn't that their whole thing?
Illusionary.
Let's see,
I'm
Hisuian. With its disheveled white fur, it looks like the embodiment of death. Heedless of its own safety, Zoroark attacks its nemesis with bitter energy so intense it lacerates Zoroark's own body. Is that the only dex entry for Hisuian?
Not normal. These are not normal. They should be dark and ghost.
I feel
dark
like
type. Oh yeah.
I feel like there's part of me that wants to like. I need more evidence for the normal type, but I feel like there's just I don't feel like I have enough evidence to the contrary to say that they're not normal. That's kind of what I'm feeling.
We need someone with the culture to culture us here. Because
there's
got to be a reason.
A once departed soul return to life in Hisui. This could be like an unreliable narrator, but that's kind of insane. It's almost like it's a zombie. It came back to life, so it is now a ghost, but it is a normal type. Derives power from resentment, which rises. Yeah, that is the dark type.
There's it's the baneful Pokemon. Like there's so much dark like revenge going on.
Lingering malice. You're right, dude. It should.
Yeah. That does scream dark type. I just don't feel like.
Oh no! I'm sorry. No. It could be the normal type. No, I guess it could be the dark type. I was gonna say it could be the normal type because it is. It's like Ditto. It can change its cellular structure, right? It's an illusion Pokemon, right? To become anything. So it could be kind of one of those types. I'm kind of with you though.
I just don't feel
the
like
normal ghost type's cool, but yeah, I would just say it's not a normal.
Well, I was gonna say I don't feel like I can argue against the normal type enough to say not normal. So
yeah,
I would vote for normal personally.
Oh my gosh, no, I can't. Just based on what I know, it's not normal. But you guys say what you say.
Listen, I gotta wrap up. I'm gonna have a heart out in a couple minutes. I did text the group chat, but I don't think Hoops saw it.
Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry.
I think Drampa is 100% a normal type. Straight up, it's a normal type. I think it's so cool. I think this is a really good execution of taking like something powerful like a dragon and depicting it as a normal type by making it like this, kind of a husk.
I don't think the Mega should be though.
Of what it once used to be.
I don't think the Mega is normal either. I think Mega's not normal. It should be electric.
I'm on board.
Electric.
Yeah. Electric would be so sick. Or even flying water or something. Yeah, just like an evil cloud.
Storm. It's like storm Pokemon.
Yeah. Ursaluna. Yeah. I'm fine with it being normal type.
Yeah, it's an animal. I mean,
it's just a bear.
It could maybe be normal because it's got a little more to it. But
now
we can put it with Ursaring. In
the Blood Moon though should be steel ground or something else.
Ghost ground or something.
Why steel?
Because of the stuff on it should become. I don't know. If you read the dex entries, I don't know, but
it's peat. It's peat moss. It's got peat moss on it, which is like I guess you could say that's like a grass
if it's
type.
Solidified into something that it's like the ground stuff is all up on it now.
I feel like if anything, it should be
still ground.
It should be. It could. I mean, it definitely makes sense why it's normal type, but I think it should be like ghost type or something.
Dude, ghost normal. That would have been so insane.
It should have changed.
I think. Yeah. Well, no, I think I think if it changed, it would probably be ground ghost. But I think.
You're right. Yeah, because it dies. The normal type dies.
I think it should have changed. It was kind of disappointing that it didn't.
Yeah. Cyclozar, I think, also is kind of a version of this where it's like it is obviously a normal type because it is a normal version of the box art legends. I'm fine with it being a normal type. Like it's not just a lizard. It is
it's fair.
It's a little bit different.
Like if it was just mono dragon or normal, it's the same.
Right.
Grafai
is the last guy.
Is kind of an animal.
But
normal. Also,
if it's normal, then it's normal.
Yeah,
that makes
and
sense.
Then
that made sense. It's the Smeargle thing. Like, what is Smeargle? But more natural than Smeargle, even because it's It's an ii.
What about its baby form?
That's just a shrew.
It's a shrew.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
These guys actually should be normal because they're based on mammals like a shrew and an ii. But
Yeah.
those, I know specifically the shrew, I believe that it's based on, or I believe they have like poisonous qualities. Like there's something
Ooh.
about them that is poisonous, which I think contributes to the poison type. So basically, it's based on a poisonous mammal, more or
Yeah.
less. I'm paraphrasing. So I feel like the normal type is justified.
That's
I
good.
might argue that they should not be normal, but that is that. I don't know. They could be fairy or something else again. I guess I feel like a lot of these could be fairy.
Yeah, you know, I think what you've been identifying, Soul, is like, you know, I always think about like, I always
What's the
think about like
trend?
food being, yeah, or like kindness, like, you know, so, like there is an element there that would be the fairy type, but I think also what you're identifying is like the arts. If
Yes,
it
the
is,
arts.
if it
Mhm.
is, if it is art, if it is a draw, if it's
Mhm.
a
Like
painting, if
what is
it's
the art type? You know
music,
what?
yeah,
Yeah, any of that.
which is also kind of an extension of like, I mean, yeah, it makes you feel good. It's celebration. I think that totally aligns with like the fairy type. Um, but I still think that normal type makes sense because it is like Smeargle, where it's like it is a weirdo creature that then possesses the poison type.
I'm just saying
Um,
maybe it's normal because of Smeargle, because Smeargle's like paint.
yeah,
So they're paint, so now they naturally have to be.
yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
It's
been.
it's strange.
Are we
'cause,
happy with this list? I feel like this is pretty good.
I think so. I think so.
Hoops is
think-
like, dang, they disagreed with everything I wanted.
No, I think for the most part this is pretty good. I think maybe I would move Regigigas if
Sure.
I could. But otherwise I think we're pretty good. Like
I am not happy with this list. I would have put Lickitung, Grafai, Dunsparce, a whole bunch of other ones that are in normal. I would have put them not in normal because I just think that normal should be the animal bird thing, and that's it.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
that's
you
what I
think that's what it should be?
Technically, that's what normal is to me. Like that I set out at the onset. They're just like basic things, basic designs, basic normal things that you see every day. You know, like these
Yeah.
are not normal. These are all unique and
well, I guess
fantastical.
the tiers could have been maybe adjusted, like the names, because like we could have maybe called the normal type tier not normal, and then the not normal tier could have been called like another type, should be another type or something. Because that was kind of what we were going for. Because like I see what you mean by like these fantastical creatures aren't normal, but like I think what we sort of like went with was the fact that they were pure normal in the sense that they're not just an animal, but they're not another type, if that
Right.
makes
Yeah.
sense. So
Right. I mean, I think the ones I mentioned are the only ones that I really disagree with. The other ones can just be there. So like Lickitung, Dunsparce, and Grafai probably.
yeah.
But yeah, other than that, maybe Dodrio.
But Dodrio is kind of weird because it is such a weird creature, but it's still
Yeah.
very like it reads like an animal. It
thing's
it
a
has all the
hydra.
fine details. Yeah, no, it's a hydra. It is kind of
Hydra.
crazy.
It's a Hydra
Yeah.
ostrich.
I think if I was doing my own list, I think I would move some of these around a little bit. And if we really wanted to like spend a lot of time on each one, I do think some of these could, and I would maybe drift them up to like a pure normal type, like justifiably so, Perugly. Yeah, there's a bunch of these that maybe could drift their way up, but I think for the most part,
Overall,
this does feel pretty good.
for 3 people just doing it for the first time, because I think now we have a way better idea of how to
Yeah.
do this.
And,
It's just crazy how not normal the normal type is.
they're so
'cause
weird. Yeah,
I think there's a little bit of this in the other types, but I think if we were doing this for the other types, it would be way smoother because there's just
Yeah.
so much interesting and weird type of stuff going on with the normal type, which is fun because it's like counterintuitive.
Yeah.
So
Listen, I think this was super fun. We are basically reviving and adapting our Pokemon type deep dive series that we started, and kind of put on hold. Not really for any reason. I think it was just hype season with ZA, and then I don't know, 8 months went by like nothing. But I think this is how we're gonna revive this series. This is a lot more fun. We can interact with the little icons and move them around, and I think this was a lot of fun today. Let us know what you think in the comments. If you guys want to support us, you know what to do. Links are in the description. Join on Patreon or right here on YouTube. $5 a month goes a long way. And this is this show is only possible because of your support. We have a whole staff of people behind the scenes. It's not just us three. We have editors. We have social media people. We've got we've got a lot of people on staff, a lot of expenses, and the show's only possible because of you guys. I don't know. I'm honestly, I know we got to wait till Gen 10. We got to wait a little while for Gen 10 to actually release, but I'm excited for all these fun episodes that we can kind of do. In the meantime, I think this is the beauty of us having to wait a whole year for a new Pokemon game. I don't know. Yeah. I think it's fun. You guys can let us know. But we appreciate you. We love you. Go check out this week's Secret Power episode. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, and what type should we do next? See ya.